Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
It's time for Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. This is the Jefferson City Renegades pregame show on the exclusive home for Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network. We'll recap last game's highlights, set the stage for first pitch, and even get the thoughts of the head coach during the pregame show. All while we get set to bring you the exciting play-by-play action of your Jefferson City Renegades. The best pregame coverage in the Mink League is on the air as Blake Gazaway and Grayson Smith are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Centurion Communications, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Avon with Michelle Carty, Storm Pro Contractors, Mossy Oak Properties, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, River Oak Christian Academy, Kathy Rush Remax Realty, Eddie Gaydell Society, Joe Mawkins Ford, Riley Automotive, Southwest Dental, Canterbury Hill Winery, The Dugout Sports Cars, Edward Jones, Central Bank, Farmers Insurance, Animal Medical Center, Downtown Chiropractic Clinic, Jefferson Bank, BE Renewed LLC, Poncheros, State Tech College of Missouri, MFA, and Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Jefferson City Renegades Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith as we are coming to you live from Phil Welch Stadium here in St. Joseph, Missouri, as the 2-0 Renegades are just about 10 minutes or so, actually about 11 minutes away from getting their game underway here as they take on the 1-0 hosting St. Joseph Mustangs in this Mink League South Conference matchup. And actually, I guess it's a North versus South, I should say. So had a chance to ride up with the team today, and it was a good chance visiting with them, kind of seeing a different side of some of the players. And this is about one of the longest, I think it's the third longest trip that they'll take from Jeff City. So it was quite a drive to get up here, but we made it nonetheless, and the players are ready for tonight's game.
I'm excited to see how Renegades play tonight. This is a very beautiful stadium. Mustangs have a great stadium here in St. Joseph. And like Blake said, it was a long drive, but, man, it is worth it. And it's nice to be in an actual press box tonight. Very hot day, very good weather to play baseball. But I am very glad to say I'm cooler than I was earlier.
Yeah, well, I know the players, they're going to be definitely warmed up for tonight's game, as the AC on the bus didn't quite work up to capacity, and there were only 3 seats left in the bus that were not occupied by people, and those 3 were occupied by gear. So it was definitely a full bus, but we got up here and made good time, and they are ready for tonight's game, looking, as I said, to go 3-0 on the season and looking to drop the Mustangs to 1-0 on the season. Talking with some of the players and the head coach and Mike D'Amelia for the Renegades, they did well last night. They really helped out their own cause. And we won't have our pregame interview today, being on the road, and only the second road trip, third game of the season. We're still trying to get a few things ironed out, but didn't want to bother head coach Mike D'Amelia as he had some other duties to handle, throwing batting practice and whatnot. But he's been out the last 2 nights, as we've discussed with our pregame chats, had assistant head coach and Tyler Brock step up and did a fantastic job both nights. Really showed that he's got some potential to be a head coach somewhere, and was just very impressed with what he did, and really he showed some of his maturity in that. In talking with him for the pregame last night, he talked about how the first win was great, felt great going home, but it gave him a chance to kind of, look back and say, we did this well, maybe we didn't do this so well. And so he was already analyzing, had a chance to look at it, but then started analyzing how he performed as the interim head coach and what they could have done better.
Yeah, he has done a great job coaching the Renegades. Renegades have had a great start to their season. As Blake said, they're 2-0 and here to make it 3-0 against the Mustangs. But we've seen all kinds of baseball, great baseball with the Renegades. First game, they came back from a 4-run deficit in the top of the ninth inning, go on and win in extra innings. And then last night, they've scored 7 runs in the first 3 innings, and just they cannot stop hitting. And offense just pretty much exploded, and they won by a score of 9-3. I mean, Blake, can you draw the offense up any better than the past 2 games?
The only thing I would say that was not concerning, but just the first game, it took a little while. It took them several innings to get some things dialed in and get it going. But once they did, they really just picked up where they left off last night. And that's what we were discussing a little bit on the drive, was about how that Coach Brock has put the team at a 2-0 start and handing it off to head coach Mike D'Amelia, and he's there. He was busy trying to win a state championship. Unfortunately, his Blair Oaks Falcons came up just short. They lost the championship game last night, so they'll finish second in Class 4 in the state of Missouri. However, that's still nothing to hang their head about, and a great season nonetheless. So he will be back at the helm tonight for the Renegades. And, it's when we look at these last 2 games, I mean, they helped out their cause. It's really a textbook thing that the Renegades helped out their cause to begin with, because they put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, just like you said, offense has been going crazy. I mean, it's amazing to see what the Renegades have been able to do the past 2 games. First coming back, and then just, like you said, leaving off from that night. I mean, They were slow first few innings in the very first game, and then they were slow around the middle innings, but then they just scored around 2 more runs, added up to their insurance lead. They did happen to give up a couple runs in the bottom of the ninth inning. In the top of the ninth inning, but no troubles for them, as pitching was stellar also yesterday, as Ethan Osborne threw 7 shutout innings with 7 strikeouts, and yeah, offense was exploding, pitching was explosive, and even some of the defense. Defense was a little rough in the first game, as there was about 3 errors. But last night, starring especially the shortstop, Demel, he made some fantastic plays. Blake and I loved watching last night, and he was one of our players of the game, just how stellar he was defensively.
Yeah, and for starting pitcher Ethan Osborne, you said he threw a phenomenal game. He went those 7 innings, but he only gave up 1 hit and walked 3, and you mentioned the strikeouts. So just a stellar performance with him. When you can get your starter to have that kind of night and go 7 innings, that helps your bullpen out and helps out your squad. Plus, he had the help from his team by putting up runs on the board. It's just that's the way you win. That's the right combination to get it there. Something else too, and we probably won't see it tonight, but it was talked about on the bus. Is we probably won't see much of it tonight, as I said, because he's not playing. But for the Renegades, Voss was hit 4 times last night. He's leading the team with 5 hit by pitches, and subsequently the team has 5 hit by pitches, and they've all been his way, 4 of them coming last night. And it was a kind of a joke on the bus about that, if he was going to be hit tonight. So he does get the night off. Not a bad idea, possibly, just to give him some rest, because I know he's got some bruises from just getting beamed every time he's been at the plate, it seems.
Oh yeah, he looked hurt, and he looked like he was ready to hit. I kind of felt bad for him after every single one. I think he was either 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 and getting hit by pitches. And like I was saying, that's not the kind of 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 you want to be. Hitters want to hit, obviously. Right. And I think he was pretty upset about that, but I think a good day off, just let him think and probably let him heal after he's very sore from all those hit-by pitches. They all look like they got either in the arm or the ribs, so I think it's a good decision to sit him and hopefully be ready to play tomorrow in the doubleheader.
Yeah, he took the first 3 at-bats. He took hit by pitch. The first one, he said, all right, that's fine. The second one, he said, well, okay. And the third one, he was pretty aggravated at that. And then he hit a single, and then the at-bat he had in the 8th inning, he was hit by that fourth time he was hit in the game. So he is well-deserved, I think, a night off tonight to get some rest and let that body heal just a little bit. But who knows? He may come in later on and see a substitution. But I got to say, having a chance to spend some time with these Renegades, I've been very impressed. Both of us are new for covering the team this year, and I've been very impressed with the organization and the team. Everybody from the top down, they've been very welcoming and helping us out, making sure we have what we need, and just taking care of us. And they're excited. They're excited to have the coverage, and we're excited to be here covering them. But then when you get a chance, like I said, on the bus ride, that was a 3+ hour bus ride, you get a chance to talk to the players and see them and see that these are our great college athletes, college baseball players. Most of them are college baseball players. A few of them aren't, but you get to see them and talk to them and know that these are good. They're good kids. They're good players, and they're just out here to have some fun and play some baseball. And so, it gives you that, it just makes you feel good. Have a chance to see them and know that they're out here trying to keep their baseball career alive. And I got to say thank you to the organization for giving us the opportunity, and I look forward to a great season. And as we said, looking for that 3-0 start. And any league, anywhere, I'll take a 3-0 start every day, all day.
Yeah, especially with the momentum they're already riding on with great pitching, great offense. And I believe they can get it done today. And like you said, I am glad to see this from the Renegades, letting these players keep their careers alive. And I think it's just a wonderful thing to see. I'm appreciative of what Jeff City has done with the Renegades. And like you said, I cannot wait to keep watching this team during the season.
Well, in last night's home game, it was a very full crowd. Still, there was some room for you to come out to catch the game. But the thing with Mink League games, and as I said, I grew up in Nevada, so I've seen a Mink League my whole life. I mean, they're 3 years older than I am, having a team, and so it's been a great opportunity. Watching the teams and Mink League games are just they're fun. They're different than a lot of other games that you might go see. So definitely come check out, as you said, the Renegades. They'll have a doubleheader tomorrow. That'll be a 5 o'clock and a 7:30 game, as that doubleheader at Ernie Vivian Field in Jeff City, and that will be as we said, doubleheader against Clarinda, Iowa. The A's will be in town, so that's one of the 2 furthest trips between teams in the Mink League. And they'll be in town for that doubleheader. So we'll have the broadcast there. Again, we'll go on about 4:40 for the first game, and really we're just going to roll right into the second game. Depends on how much time they're going to take between games, but most likely we're just going to roll right into the second game, and hopefully we'll pick up 2 more wins, and it'd be a great thing sitting after that doubleheader to be 5-0 on the season.
Yeah, I think it would be great to see them. Like I said, I think they can win tonight, and I believe if they keep riding this momentum, they can win tomorrow in the doubleheader.
So taking a look at the starters for the Renegades, they will start at center field. Batting leadoff will be number 13, Caden Dial. Batting second will be right fielder in Caden Hessel. Designated hitter will bat third. That's Carter Mize. He sat across the aisle from me, so had a nice chance to visit with him on the bus ride today. Batting fourth will be first baseman Hamilton Anderson. Playing left field tonight. Batting fifth will be Andrew Patton. Playing third base, batting sixth, Seth DeNoyer. And shortstop be batting seventh is Joseph Keelholz. Catching, batting eighth will be Al Calero. And batting ninth, playing second base, will be number 20 in Ben Burton.
I think one of the players in that starting lineup I can't wait to see is Andrew Patton. Yesterday he hit the first homer of the season for the Renegades, a 3-run homer to left center field. And, I mean, like I said during that game, that ball was crushed. And I believe he can do more because he also had a few hits that game. And I believe he can do more tonight and just keep riding that momentum.
You're absolutely right about that. Trying to pick up the players for the Mustangs here. Didn't get a chance to track down who they had. Well, I shouldn't say I was unsuccessful tracking it down. I tried, but I could not find it. So I'll pick these up real quick. I ran into somebody who had it, and they were supposed to text it to me, but it never arrived at my phone. So I don't know. I don't know where they sent it, but it wasn't to my to my number. So apparently somebody got a random text message of the Mustang starting lineup.
Well, good for them. Hopefully they're watching the game tonight.
So we'll finish picking these up, and then we will get you set. So finish getting their pitcher. All right, so we have theirs. I'll work on getting those here in just a little bit. So we are just about set. I believe they're going to have national anthem here in just a second. So we will pause here and be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
You have a mission. It's no collision. Hold the phone. Don't text. You're angling to be next. Brothers and sisters, you won't see it coming. You're off the road. Your life explodes. It's not worth it. Don't do it. You only think there's nothing to it. Put it down. Hang up. Pay attention to highway action. Behind the wheel, there is no such thing as a small distraction. Join the conversation at decidetodrive.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Hi, this is Glenn Close. Have you ever cut off ties with a friend because she had cancer? Or were frightened by a person with diabetes because you assumed he was violent? Welcome to the world of mental illness.
For the 1 in 4 Americans with a mental illness, the stigma and discrimination they face can be as painful as the disease itself.
Change your mind about mental illness and you can change a life at bringchangetomind.org.
We are war veterans.
And firefighters.
Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters.
And kids that play.
Each of us has experienced unimaginable pain, had countless surgeries and skin grafts.
And emerged stronger.
We are burn survivors.
If you're one of us, please know you're not alone.
There's an army of friends waiting to help you recover, renew, and return. Please support the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors and help someone rise again. Visit phoenix-society.org for more information.
When I was young, I dreamed of being a cattle rancher.
I wanted to be a professional basketball player.
Children have many hopes and dreams.
But there is one thing that all children grow up to be: citizens.
Hello, I'm Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
And I'm Congressman Lee Hamilton.
Young people are the future of our democracy.
But they won't just wake up one day and know how to run this country.
Each generation of citizens must be prepared to do its part.
Visit iCivics.org and CenterOnCongress.org. 60% of high school seniors don't know the purpose of the Declaration of Independence, even though the purpose is right in the title. While some students think civics is dry and boring, often it's not taught at all.
I'm Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
And I'm Congressman Lee Hamilton.
Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, understood that each generation must learn how to participate in our democracy.
We must provide engaging civic education to our children
and to our grandchildren.
Visit iCivics.org and CenterOnCongress.org.
Well, we are just about ready for the start of our game this evening. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith, as we're coming to you from Phil Welch Stadium in St. Joseph, Missouri. And it looks like it's going to be a great night for baseball, as leading off the game will be center fielder for the Renegades in Caden Dial. He will step in from the left side of the plate.
Looks like this is Deal's first time leading off so far this season. Lately we've had Tommy Reether being our leadoff hitter, but Tommy's gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, so.
First pitch is going to be in there for called strike one.
Let Tommy regain his thoughts and hopefully he can put the bat to the ball soon.
Just past 7 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. Second pitch is fouled off. So Dial will be down in the count at 0-2. Fouled that one off. It was hard to tell where it was going. 0-2 pitch. He's going to hit that one, and it's going to get over the sliding second baseman, and he's got a leadoff single.
That looked like it was almost going to be a really close play. Second baseman just slid, and ball just bounced right over his glove. It took a weird hop. We've seen a lot of weird hops lately.
Yeah,
first game was on an AstroTurf field, and that thing was jumpy as can be. And then last night, ground balls were just kind of hop, skipping, and jumping everywhere.
That's second baseman, and I'm going to butcher this, but Yaisuke Tada. He's from Japan. There's a sliced foul ball. That is by right fielder Caden Hessel. So he's down in the count at 0-1. You know, we have seen good things come to the Renegades when they get the leadoff batter on base.
Yeah, I've talked about that a lot. As soon as any team gets a leadoff hitter, a leadoff walk, just usually that leads to great things. And that happened to the Renegades last night. They got a leadoff hitter to start the game, and they ended up scoring 4 runs in the inning. And it just went very well from there. They've done very well with getting their first hitter on base.
So second pitch is outside. That'll be ball one, even the count. Oh, no, they said that was a strike, so I missed that. So he's down in the count 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that will be the first strikeout for the pitcher in Drake Kanalkin. So stepping in will be designated hitter wearing number 14, and Carter Mize. He will step in from the left side of the plate. Has 1 on and 1 out here. Neither team has scored as we are early in the ball game.
Mize has been swinging a hot bat. He's got 4 hits in his 9 at-bats so far in the season. He has a very nice swing. I love his swing.
Oh, there's a throw over to first, but that thing was lobbed over to first. There was no oomph on that. Sliding back in safely is Dial.
That's what you would call a lollipop. That pitch is taken outside for a ball.
Having a few command issues here. So that takes the count to 1-0 for Mize. He's got 1 on, 1 out. Runner thought about going, but didn't. Big cut there and no connection.
That looked to be a breaking ball. Mize is swinging early and swinging hard.
Yeah, just a hair off the money there. So next offering, the 1-1 pitch will be on its way. 1 out here, 1 on. Another big cut, swing and a miss there for strike 2.
That was almost pretty much identical to the last pitch. We got a full crowd here in Mustangs Field, Phil Welch Stadium. I think this is the most fans I've seen so far in these 3 games.
Yeah, they will pull easily. The Mustangs pull a lot of nights 2,000 or 3,000 fans out. Runner goes. There's a popped fly ball. And they're going to get it and going back, but nobody covering the base. So it's going to be a pop out. So that'll be out number 2.
I didn't see. Not sure what he was doing, running all that way out for a pop-up.
Well, he took off on the pitch, so the hit and run was on.
I just missed that.
So the hit and run was on, however, Mize pops out. So first baseman Hamilton Anderson will step in from left side of the plate. 2 outs here, 1 on. Still standing over at first is Dial. That one is going to be in there for called strike 1.
Renegades really switching positions tonight. Anderson was catcher in the first game, and he did a spectacular job, and then designated hitter last night. And then the second hitter of tonight's game, Helsel, he was a opening day pitcher for the Renegades. And then Mize is now the designated hitter tonight. So Renegades really switching it up with their main head coach back.
That pitch well outside and well high for ball one, evens accounted 1-1. He will step back in, does Anderson. He said he's very versatile, good utility player. He is going to call for time.
That's a great thing you love to see on a baseball team is utility. Help wherever you can.
From Columbia, Illinois, plays at State Fair Community College. That's going to be a strike and a throw down to second, but Dial is in there safely with a stolen base.
That throw was way offline. I think he was trying to throw to the shortstop, and he ended up throwing to second base.
Yeah, that was definitely off the money. You know, the thing that surprised me, though, is that umpire back there didn't flinch at all with the ball headed his way.
That ended up being you and I with all those foul ball hit to us in the face last night.
So the 1-2 pitch with 2 out, runner on second. He'll take a sizable lead. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will end the inning. There was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base after half inning of play. We're tied at 0-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Jill, this is an awkward, confrontational accusation.
Ugh. Outraged denial.
Skeptical response.
Distrustful outburst.
Angry, irrational statement I'll regret later.
Angrier statement followed by overdramatic exit.
Desperate, confused, empty threat.
If you suspect your children are using drugs, learn how to have a more productive conversation at drugfree.org. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
Today, nearly half our nation's fighting forces are members of the Guard and Reserve. When they are called to active duty, they leave behind a family, a community, and a job. Employer support of the Guard and Reserve, a Department of Defense agency, honors and protects the bond between service members and their civilian employers. Whether serving our country or supporting those who do, we all serve. To learn more about ESGR, call 1-800-336-4590 or visit esgr.mil.
35-pound freshman at Missouri Southern throws left and bats left. We won't see him bat most likely, but at least we're not anticipating we're going to see him bat. Would say I've seen crazier things, but
Probably not expecting it with a designated hitter, which is a rule I love that they have in the Mink League.
I agree. I don't know if they've always had it, but it seems like it's been there a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm all for, in Major League Baseball, I'm all for the universal DH. Don't want those pitchers getting hurt.
Yeah, and, you know, we're, how do you politely say this? The pitcher's job is to pitch, not to hit sometimes. So I agree. Anytime there's a DH in there, I think that's a good thing. So
yeah, we've seen big pitchers like St. Louis Cardinals ace Jack Flaherty got hurt just swinging the bat the other day. He's going to be out for some time, and that's why I like seeing him in the Mink League. Major League Baseball experienced that last season with the COVID-shortened season, but I'm glad smaller leagues like the Mink League can go off on that and keep their pitchers healthy.
I know I would most definitely hurt myself if I stepped in, even if I was just in taking batting practice. That would not be a good thing. So Davis will be on mound for the Renegades. No score here. First offering to left fielder in Brady Holden. Let me check, see if that's Brady or Brody. Yep, that's Brady. Couldn't read my own writing. That one up high for a ball. 1-0 pitch. That one straight down central for strike one. That pitch looked real good. We're not quite. We're up in the press box, not quite directly behind, in line with home plate, but still a great vantage point.
Yeah, it's a great view of the whole field.
And there's going to be a little blooper hit to the gap in right field, and it's going to get in there, so he'll have a leadoff single. I don't know, I guess we'll go get some pizza there. Couldn't tell what the promo was. So third baseman Michael Paul will step in now for the Mustangs. Tonight, I believe, also here at Phil Welch Stadium is WrestleMania night or something to that effect.
So that explains the first pitch. He was wearing some.
Randy Savage was out making the first pitch. Also had another gentleman out there who was not dressed as a wrestler, but he threw out a pitch. There's a hit by pitch.
I already got some angry fans on that hit by pitch.
No. There's no intention there, just having to get away from him a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably the jitters. His first start of the season, third game.
Well, Jacob Davis. So now stepping in will be center fielder Jake Grobberger. So he will step in. He has 2 on here, nobody out. Just need Davis to get settled in, settle down. He can get himself out of this, what could be potential jam. First offering, checks the runner at second. First offering, left-hander, is in there for a strike. Talked about this with several of the pitchers for the Renegades. They're very deliberate. So he'll look in, get the sign from catcher Al Claro. Davis has the sign he wants. That pitch fouled. It's going to be just right behind the batter's box, so that is strike number 2, rather.
Wouldn't you just love to see a triple play here? Wouldn't that be a dream?
That would be one way for Davis to get out of the inning with no damage done.
Thinking high here. The Renegades have been playing. I'm sure they could do it.
Got 2 on. Here, nobody out. Next pitch. Inside, and Claro's going to slide over to get it. No throw, though, and runners will advance on the wild pitch.
Well, as soon as I say that, there goes a chance for a triple play and a double play.
Well, it's highly improbable, but not impossible that we would see a triple play.
Yeah, I was just thinking big.
So runners will move forward a base. They'll be at second and third now. Nobody out for Grobberger. That one way outside. That'll even the count at 2-2.
I think he just needs to settle down a little bit. He's got a little jumpy already in his first start. And I'm going to see some of our WrestleMania fans down in the stands.
We got Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior.
I'll let you do the wrestling talk. I know.
2-2 pitch going to be fouled off down the first base line. Saw Rowdy Roddy Piper earlier.
Oh, looks like they're going to intimidate some kids. Oh, and he's running away.
So still the count at 2-2, 2 runners on, and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless, but the Mustangs knocking on the door. Next pitch. Inside, couldn't paint the inside part of the plate. That'll take us to a full count at 3-2. We said Davis just needs to settle in, take a few deep breaths, and just find his groove. So the 3-2 pitch on its way. Got him swinging. Well, he got him to chase the outside corner of the plate right there.
Yeah, that was very outside. He wasn't swinging at those pitches earlier and just decided to on that 3-2 pitch.
Yeah, gave him an offering that he just couldn't lay off of. So first baseman Sean O'Malley will step in.
Big southpaw against big left-handed hitter. See how this one goes. First hitter of the game was left-handed. That led up to a base hit.
So first offering to him is going to be called for a strike. I don't think he went around, but it was right down central. So O'Malley will be down in the count at 0-1. One out here, bottom of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch on its way. That one on the outside.
Took some speed off that one.
Trying to get him to chase that. I got to say, there's they have a little Mustang mascot and a big Mustang mascot.
Oh, yes, they do. I didn't see the little one. Probably because he's little, but.
Next pitch on its way. That one sliced foul, well out of play down the third base line. So O'Malley will be down in the count at 1-2. I got to say, I feel for the Mustang, though. He's wearing a black leather trench coat, and he's got to be awful hot. I don't know if that's his normal. I can't remember if that's his normal outfit or not. He's got to be a little warm. That one outside for ball 2.
I definitely would be. I'm already warm in a T-shirt and a jersey.
7th inning stretch time. You can go down there and get yourself a little pony ride on that Mustang down the left field line.
Yeah, I got to say, Mustangs have they have a pretty nice stadium for Mink League Stadium.
2-2 pitch. That one, a bouncing ball to third. Denozier will have it. Now they're going to try to get the runner caught there. They'll throw to third, and he's going to be safe, but no play, and they're going to get him at second. And now they're going to get the double play. They got him at second and finally got him at third. And that is an unconventional double play, but we'll take it anyways as the runner got greedy, wanted to go home and got off the base too far. And they got the out at second after the runner was safe at third and got the out at third. So expect the unexpected here. Either way, that's 3 outs. No runs scored. We're still tied after 1. It's 0-0. Renegades will come up to bat. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
If your child is not breathing, roll them onto their back. Check airway is not blocked. Gently tilt head back, hold nose, and breathe twice into mouth. Place heel of hand in center of chest and push down 15 times. Repeat breathing and chest massage until help arrives. If your child is...
You know how to help your child if they've stopped breathing. But do you know how to help them if they have a drug problem? Visit drugfree.org for information, help, and advice. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
If your child is choking, stand behind them and wrap your arms around their waist. Place the thumb side of your fist against their upper abdomen. Put your other hand over the fist. Now press the fist into your child's abdomen with a quick inward and upward thrust. Repeat quick thrusts until object and airway...
You know how to help your child if they're choking. But do you know how to help them if they have a drug problem? Visit drugfree.org for information, help, and advice. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
Well, the Renegades able to get out of the bottom of the first inning without giving up any runs, without any damage, and a double play, very unconventional double play. But they were being very proactive, paying attention to what was going on.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what really happened. I mean, he just kind of, runner on third just kind of got greedy. There's a chopper to third base. He tried throwing it home, and then he came back to third base, and then they throw towards the other baseman, and his first pitch is a ball. But I'm really not understanding why the base runner would leave third base to go back home when he could just stay there and hope runner at second just doesn't get out.
That one also a ball, both missing outside. Yeah, as you were saying, he was runner at third base. He was in there. That is Holden. He was back in before the tag on that slow bouncing ball to third. Next pitch is going to be fouled off. I think that's going to get out of play along the first base line. Well, there's another Mustang, so I guess there are 3 different Mustangs here.
That one has a big mouth.
That one's the regular one, so the main Mustang. So they've got 3 different versions, plus the real one down there. So next one is going to be outside. They said he did not go around, so that'll take the count to 3-1. But yeah, the runner at third got back, but then tried to go home, and he got thrown out there after the runner was tagged out at second. That is going to be ball 3. So that'll even the count at 3-2. So Patton will step back in from the right side of the plate. Full count for him. He's going to strike out swinging. Third strikeout of the night. Stepping in now will be third baseman Seth Denoyer. And just for the record, ask him on the bus ride if the game against Sedalia, when he had that play as he's on third base and it was a foul ball, if he did indeed catch that, and he said, as far as he knows, he did. I thought he did too. The only thing that came on the ground that came flying out of there was his sunglasses, and that's how I saw it, and that's what he thought too.
Now I remember what you're talking about. That was a weird play.
First pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. Now they ended up saying that he dropped the ball. I think it was a foul ball, but he dropped it, or so they say. And a bouncing ball is a little number off the bat. It's going to be taken by the pitcher over to first base for the out.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a foul ball or if it was just barely in play, but Blake and I totally thought he caught it, and then all of a sudden the umpires say he dropped it. And I think everyone was confused, but there wasn't much of an argument from Denoyer.
Yeah, I think it was a foul. It was foul, which let the runners advance. Stepping in now will be shortstop Joseph Kilholz. But he thought the same thing I did, that he thought he caught it, but he just said, "You're right, Mr. Umpire." That one downstairs for ball one.
Didn't end up mattering in the end, so.
The 1-0 pitch with 2 outs here. Kilholz takes that one for a strike.
Looks like 2 of the Mustangs are now together. And
So
I would be dying in those mascot suits.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 2. So Kilholz down in the count at 1-2 has 2 outs here. Nobody on base. Still no runs for either team yet. 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled back up the net and back into the, not into the field of play, but back into foul territory.
Reminds me of the foul ball hit last night right back to Osborne. It was a foul ball hit to the right side, bounces off a pole, and then right to Osborne, so he caught it. I think he was in a jam at that point, so we were wishing that was an out, but.
The 1-2 pitch will be on its way. And a bouncing ball straight up the middle, fielded by the pitcher. I don't know how he caught that. He'll underhand it to first for the 1-3 putout. And that will end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. There were no hits, no errors, and no runs. Nobody left on base. After an inning and a half, it's still tied at 0-0. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
If your child's clothing catches fire, it's important to act quickly. If you have access to a fire blanket, cover them and drop them to the ground. Instruct them to cover their face with their hands. Roll them back and forth until the fire is extinguished. If your child is not...
You know how to help your child if their clothes catch fire. But do you know how to help them if they have a drug problem? Visit drugfree.org for information, help, and advice. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
Chris, you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
There's your comic book collection, the race car bed.
I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I'm taking control over my financial life, and that feels pretty grown-up to me.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Are those footy pajamas?
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Well, we go to the bottom of the second inning here, as neither team has broken that goose egg on the scoreboard yet. Jacob Davis again on the mound for the Renegades.
Davis looking to settle his nerves from last inning as he got a couple runners on base. Luckily he got out of it with a big double play, but it's his first start of the season. Can't blame him. Everyone gets their jitters. Hopefully he just keeps riding that momentum from the end of the last inning. Going pretty deep in this game, because that'd be a big help for the Renegades, saving their bullpen just like they did last night.
Well, they're having a kids race right now. I'm not sure, what is it, the fitted bedsheet race?
I couldn't tell you. Last game they did, they were stuffing people in a insulated box type thing. So.
I do have to say that it is well known that the Mustangs have a very active, trying to think of the best way to put it, have a very active game day crew that does a lot of things, so they do a great job with that.
Yeah, they are doing a great job.
Right fielder Ike Book will step in. He'll lead off the inning. It'll be hitters 5, 6, and 7. First pitch to him. That in there for a strike. That was a beautiful pitch.
That was beauty. Looked like it was going to hit him, and then just comes right back into the zone.
We really talked all season long, even though we're only 3 games in, but we've talked about just how beautiful these pitches are, the movement on them. That one fouled off, so it'll put him down to the count at 0-2.
That pitch had some more great movement. That one going from the inside of the zone, just outside. Ike, didn't hear his last name.
Ike Book.
Ike Book. Barely got a piece of that foul ball.
So the 0-2 pitch will be on its way. That one outside. Tried to get him to chase it, but he wouldn't go for it.
I'm still learning these Mink League player names as well.
Well, and the good thing, and we've talked a little bit, this is your first time this season on the air, and I'll get to that thought in a second. 1-2 pitch on its way. That one fouled off again down the third base side of the plate. That I think that actually got up in the.
Yeah, I don't know how he hit that.
Yeah, up on almost in the hands. But you'll learn that as the season goes on for Mink League baseball, there's a lot of player transaction and players coming and going. So you get to learn a lot of names. That one off the catcher's missed, so that'll take it to a 2-2 count. But as the season goes on, you get players coming and going. So you get to learn a lot of names and a lot of different players. So the 2-2 pitch on its way. That one misses the outside corner. That'll take it to full.
Just went from 0-2 count to 3-2. Man, I am
what he wanted to do.
Loving these WrestleMania costumes. I got big wig on over there.
And there's a ball hit to left field. Tracking it down is Patton. I do know my directions, but that one goes left field for out number 1. So Cole Slabowski, the shortstop, will check in. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Neither team has yet to score. Hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. We're just at 7:30. Tonight's broadcast here on the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. Blake Gasway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. We'll be together all season long. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Be sure and like us on Facebook. If you haven't done so already, it's the best place to find out what games are doing and where. 1-0 pitch. That one fouled off to the first base side, so that'll even the count at 1-1. We said like our Facebook page, try to share as much as we can. We have starting lineups we put on there, a graphic for that. We've got final score graphics. Also, be sure and like the Jefferson City Renegades Facebook page. We've got all kinds of good things on there. That pitch in there for strike number 2.
If you're visiting our Facebook page, go ahead and give my partner Blake Gasway a happy birthday. Today is his special day.
Yes, thank you.
He gets enjoyed in St. Joseph.
That's
Great
right.
Renegades baseball.
That's right. Nothing to make me more happy than to get a W tonight. That one is going to be hot shot, and it's going to fall in for a single as it's in the gap between left field and center field.
Looked like he just got that ball in on his hands and just kind of poked it out in the left center field. Drops in for base hit.
It wasn't fancy, it wasn't pretty, but damage is done. That 1-out single. I said I laughed this morning, though. My mother texted me happy birthday and had how old I am wrong. So she said she remembers what she was doing a certain number of years ago. And I said, what were you doing? Because that wasn't when I was born. But I forgive her for that. She's got a lot on her mind. I had to think about it, though. First offering almost hit him. That was way inside for Jackson Himmel, the catcher.
Do a little dance to get out of the way of that pitch.
Now, today, National Donut Day as well. That's a good reason to like the Renegades Facebook page. They had donuts as a fundraiser this morning. We got some, and they were delicious. Runner goes, pitch in there. They're going to throw down to second, and it's going to be offline. So, stolen base there.
Didn't look like Clara got a great grip on the ball. It's kind of a not as strong throw towards second base. It was on the money, but just a little off.
Yeah, just didn't quite get enough oomph under it. That pitch was a ball.
That's the word I'm looking for, oomph.
But he's a relatively young catcher, so that's how he's learning. He's getting out there, and nothing replicates game speed like game speed.
Absolutely.
So stepping off is Davis. Didn't like the series they had there, so he steps off. 2-0 pitch, 1-out runner on second here for the Mustangs. The team's going to draw first blood and get the first run on the board. That's going to be outside. I thought maybe it was going to get the corner of the plate. Does not. So it's 3-0. LaRoe trying to paint the corner, paint that picture, but just could not get it over. So Davis will look in again. What do you think Himmel's going to take here? Got a 3-0 count. Now it's a 3-1. He takes that one for a strike. One out here, bottom of the second inning. Neither team has scored. The Renegades trying to get 2 more outs and get to the top of their inning and try to score their first run of the game. Nice ball in there for a strike. Guess I should say nice pitch rather, but that thing moved over into the strike zone. That was pretty to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from here, but it looked like either a curveball or a slider just dropped right in.
I think it was a slider. So 3-2 pitch on its way. 1 out, 1 runner on here for the Mustangs. Davis delivers the pitch. It's outside, and it'll be a walk. He will trot down to first base. Designated hitter Harper Beatty will step in now.
Now it gives him a chance for that double play ball. Runners on first and second.
My concern, though, on that was a 6-pitch walk. Hate to see him get that far into the count and give up that walk. So Beatty will step in. First one to him is right down central for a strike. Not sure if Davis is on what his pitch count is for tonight, but go too many of those, that hurts.
Yeah, that's what gets you taken out of the game pretty early. We don't want to see that. We want to save that bullpen.
The 0-1 pitch on its way. That one tried to slip it in over the plate just a bit outside.
That was a good pitch, just barely outside.
Yeah, that one again had that great movement. It's got a big arc to it as it's a left-hander against a right-handed batter, and goes out over towards the first base side and then comes back in at last minute. So 1-1 pitch with 1 out. That one is going to be foul tipped. So that'll take it to 1-2. Said hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here on the Show Me Sports Network. Now we've got a few listeners. Have close to 3 dozen listeners. Hope you're enjoying it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know they need to check out our broadcast. So 1-2 pitch, 1 out here, 2 on. Davis will step off. Didn't like what the runners were doing.
Runner's been dancing around second base.
Yeah, I think at some point we're going to see the hit and run. They sure are, as you were saying, dancing out there. Beatty will be at the plate. 1-2 pitch to him. That one couldn't get it over the plate, so that's ball 2. It's got a nice plethora of pitches here. Just couldn't get that one to catch the outside corner. So 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 pitch. Davis checks the runner. 2-2 pitch on its way. Got him to swing on that one, and he will take a seat on the bench for out number 2. So now it'll be second baseman Ryosku Tada. So I guess I didn't butcher his name that bad. He steps in. It'll be left-handed at bat for him. He's from Japan. He's got 2 on with 2 out here. First pitch to him. Runner goes to third. They're going to throw down, and I think they're going to have him. They did not. That throw was just a hair out of place.
Denoyer took that ball in a funky way. Kind of have the ball down, take that ball, and just couldn't get the tag on the runner.
Yeah, it was just a hair too far for him to grab. Otherwise, that is exactly where it needs to be to get that runner, and almost had him beat there. So runners at the corners now. Tada is down in the count 0-1. He fouls that one back. Now he's down 0-2. See if Davis can get out of this jam he finds himself in here at Phil Welch Stadium in St. Joseph, Missouri. Ball game still tied 0-0. We are still in the bottom of the second inning. So Davis looks at the runner at first. He's in his windup. That one fouled straight back. So they'll do it again.
You say the stadium almost looks like a spring training stadium?
It does. It very much has a feel to it. They've got the party porch, the Yellow Frog graphic party porch out in right field. They've got bounce house and Mustang rides, all kinds of things. 0-2 pitch in there for strike 3, and they will get out of the inning. There were no runs scored. Davis able to get out of the little jam he found himself in, so that will take us after 2 innings. Neither team has scored. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Son, your mom and I would like to talk to you. I'm not an idiot. Your eyes are all bloodshot. I'm begging you, son, please stop smoking pot.
You know, last night I found more paraphernalia. Please stop doing drugs and do what I tell ya.
Okay, Mom and Dad, I'm gonna do as I should. I'm off drugs for good.
In real life, kids don't just give up drugs, so go to drugfree.org. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
Isn't this dinner party wonderful? You know, it was almost canceled. Did you hear that Bill was really sick with the flu 2 weeks ago?
No. Is he okay?
It was serious. Bill got sick quickly with a high fever. Jeanette called the doctor right away. The doctor said it was flu and prescribed a medication that helped him get back on his feet.
Well, thank goodness.
That Jeanette got her flu shot because, you know, she's expecting. I guess that was another thing you didn't know.
A message from the Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, we go to the top of the third inning. As still a tie ball game at 0-0. Renegades will send hitter number 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. That is Claro, Burton, and back to the top of the order in Dial. Sun is at our back, and I got to tell you, it's playing a little bit of havoc for those outfielders. And it's hot sitting here, too.
It is hot. Oh, it doesn't make it much better. You in that black shirt.
Like we said, a hot bus ride up here, too. That first pitch to Claro is in there for a strike.
Claro working behind the plate today.
That one outside, misses the corner.
He's batting, we're number 4, just like good old Yadier Molina. Also batting right-handed.
1-1 pitch on the way, that one outside, trying to get that outside corner. Both these pitchers tonight trying to kind of work that outside of the plate, but having not a lot of success on getting in there. 2-1 pitch, that one also outside for ball 3. So Claro will step back in. He's ahead in the count at 3-1. He's trying to rally the Renegades. That pitch, swing and a miss, big cut there.
Very big cut.
That'll be a full count.
He was ready for that 3-1 fastball.
So he will step back in, right-handed batter. Next pitch on the way, and he's going to be foul-tipped and caught, so he will be out number 1. Second baseman Ben Burton will step in. He's trying to see what he can do with his first at-bat. One out here in the top of the third inning. He's going to show bunt, but pull it back take it for a ball.
Burton was a clutch hitter in the first game for the Renegades.
That pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Burton delivered a 3-run triple on the top of the ninth to give the Renegades just a 1-run deficit that they later tied and won.
1-1 pitch, that way outside.
Without that hit, Renegades probably would be 1-1 on the season.
2-1 offering here, 1 out. Will be on its way in just a second. That one upstairs for ball 3. So we said this stadium, Phil Welch Stadium, very nice here in St. Joseph. It's one of the very few parks that we go to that actually has bullpens. Some big cut and a miss there by Burton, so that'll take the count at a full count in 3-2. It does have bullpens out, which is a very nice setup. Full count, and he's going to strike out swinging for out number 2. Said there's the Yellow Frog graphic party porch out in right field, so whoever gets the right field duties for these games, any of the games here, gets to have the privilege of having the party porch back there. Said there's pony rides, there's a bounce house, there's all kinds of good things going on.
I'd also say the Phil Welch Stadium is the only Mink League stadium to, that pitch is taken for a strike, only Mink League stadium to have an actual Mustang that you can pet.
Right.
Down just by the left field line.
I think you could, I said rides, they might not actually be given rides. I know they ride out between innings. That pitch misses on the outside for ball 1.
Yeah, between innings they ride out in that Mustang and hold up their Mustangs flag.
So 1-1 pitch, 2 outs here for Dial. That one low for ball 2. So it'll be a 2-1 count here with 2 out. Neither team is yet to score as we play here in the top of the 3rd inning. Next pitch, that one fouled off towards the Mustang down the third base line. So that'll take it 2-2. So Dial will step back in, left-handed batter. 2-1 offering. Sorry, 2-2 offering. That one fouled back. So it'll stay at 2-2.
Twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Dial will step back in. And that one's going to just miss. That was a good pitch right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he took that baseball.
So Dial steps back in playing center field tonight. This will be the 7th pitch here at this at-bat. 2 outs, full count. He's going to swing and a miss, and he'll strike out. 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after 2.5. Still tied at 0-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
I never get the flu.
My kids don't need more shots.
I don't have time.
We're all healthy.
My asthma's under control.
I'm pregnant.
I've had the flu. It's not a big deal.
My kids are too old for flu.
The media is exaggerating.
I can fight it naturally.
No matter how you build your excuses, the flu can blow your house down. Keep your foundation strong. Vaccinate. Learn more at flu.gov.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, we go here to the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Renegades send 3 up and get 3 set down.
Yeah, Canalican just struck out the side in the order. He's pitched a great game so far against the Renegades.
He has 6 strikeouts so far in 3 innings of work. So Davis will be on the bump still for the Renegades. They will send their number 1, 2, and 3 hitters, so they'll start with the top of the scorecard. Left fielder Brady Holden will step in. left-handed batter. The first pitch from Davis to him. Little upstairs, ball one. So he's ahead in the count at 1-0. Holden shakes that bat. That one upstairs for ball two. So the 2-0 pitch on its way. That one in there for strike one.
Now that was a good pitch. That looked like a slider just coming from the first base side right in the zone.
So that will take the count to 2-1. That one's going to be skied a mile high. And coming in is a host of Renegades, and it'll be caught by Dial as he will get it. Came in a long ways, but he gets a pop out.
Surprising to see in that sun. That sun looks bright in outfield. Well, besides left field. Left field has most shade.
Hey, the sun just went down a hair because I don't feel beating on my back now.
Oh, yeah. I guess you are right.
Yeah, there's a little screen behind us. Finally working. So one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Davis's first pitch. That one in there for strike one. At the plate is third baseman Michael Paul.
Paul has his hands real close to his head when he's in his stance. Very crowded, very in.
He definitely, has everything compact there. He's going to hit a high fly ball. And coming in a couple of steps is going to be Dial. He'll catch it for out number two. He's had back-to-back plays. Now, batting will be center fielder Jake Grauberger.
Now, this is what you like to see from the pitcher Davis, getting two quick outs last few innings, or last couple innings. He's been in a couple of jams, and starting the bottom of the third inning, it's great to see him get two quick outs and hopefully get the Renegades back up hitting again.
Yeah, he's had a 6-pitch at bat the last inning and a 7-pitch at bat. This inning he's had a 4-pitch at bat and a 2-pitch at bat, plus 1 pitch here to Grauberger. 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside.
He was struggling trying to put the ball in the zone earlier, but he's found his rhythm so far, and hopefully he can keep that going.
1-1 pitch. 2 outs here, bottom of the third rather. That one's going to be fouled over the first base dugout, so it'll be 1-2 now.
Looks like that might be headed, well, maybe towards the parking lot.
So Davis will look in. 1-2 pitch on its way. That one downstairs for ball two. Registered 3 strikeouts in the game, 1 hit by pitch, giving up 1 walk. Is trying to go 1-2-3 here in this inning. Swing and a miss, and he did it. That's strike 3, and that will end the inning.
Looks like he got a foul ball.
Oh, you're right.
Umpire going out to talk to him. Not sure what that's all about.
He's having a conversation. Well, I guess I will erase. Good thing I do my scorebook in pencil.
Just barely got a piece of that ball. Started dribbling out towards pitcher.
Wonder if that didn't maybe hit off of Claro, giving him a chance to catch his breath. So still 2-2 with 2 outs here. Grauberger, he'll foul that one over to the Renegades dugout. That's over on the third base line. So he'll step back in. 2-2 count with 2 outs here. That one's going to be blooped into right field, and it'll be a stand-up single. Dreaded 2-out base hits. First baseman Sean O'Malley will step in. He was part of that double play. He was at bat in that double play in the first inning. O'Malley has one on and two out here as he steps in. First pitch to him, in there for a strike. So he'll step back in, down in the count at 0-1. Next offering from Davis. Runner goes, pitches out, throw down to second is going to be into center field, so stolen base, but nice job of Burton to back up Keelholz.
Just like the throw he had earlier, Caro got it right on the money, but just not a lot of power on that throw, and runner gets in safely.
Yeah, it just lands about 3 foot too short. So 1-1 count with two outs, runner on second. O'Malley still at the plate. We're going to have time called. I'm pretty sure, too, they have I think they actually have a real organist that's playing, because earlier when I was getting into the press box up here, I could see an organ in the room next door to me.
That's pretty cool.
1-1 pitch downstairs for ball two.
Could be wrong. I usually don't see an organist play during the middle of a pitcher in a stretch, but
hey, there's most definitely an organ 2 rooms down from us, though. Doesn't mean that they're actually playing right now, but there's a for sure organ in that room. I meant to ask him and got sidetracked, and going to ask him if they actually had an organ player. So the 2-1 pitch from O'Malley. For O'Malley, rather. That one in there. It's a little low, so it's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. Two outs here, runner standing on second. That is Grauberger. O'Malley steps back in from the left side of the plate. He's ahead in the count at 3-1. A pitch, he's going to be in there for a called strike 2. I don't know if he went around or not, but it was in there across the plate, so it wouldn't have mattered if he did, if he didn't go around. So full count now, 2 outs here. I'll see the carousel going here, at least a one Mustang carousel, I should say. That foul tipped, caught the catcher. So we'll try the 3-2 pitch again. Umpire takes a moment to clean off home plate. They don't have the cool big toothbrush that the Renegades have to clean off home plate.
Yeah, Renegades opened their season with a kid brushing off home plate with probably the biggest looking.
Yeah, it's about 6 foot tall. It's pretty good size.
Looked like a toothbrush, biggest toothbrush I've ever seen.
So the full count pitch on its way, and that hit him. You could just tell when that left Davis's hand. I don't know if it slipped out the back or what, but that just didn't have the command that he needed. Right fielder Ike Book will step in now. He has 2 on and 2 out here to work with in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good contingent of fans have made it out to the game tonight. Not the 3,500 they were expecting, but it's several out here. First pitch from Davis. Upstairs, ball 1. So Book will step back in. Has the count in his favor at 1-0. Runners at first and second. 2 out here. The force is in play. Davis will check the runner at second. Long look at second. That pitch is not in there for a strike. I thought maybe it was going to get across, but it did not get across the strike zone.
Davis went from 1 pitch away from ending the inning, and now he's in trouble again with runners on first and second as pitching coach is going to make it go to the mound and have a little talk with Davis, try to calm him down.
Head coach and Mike D'Amelia is out there to have a chat, brings in the infield as well to talk with him. Let's give us a chance to tell you you're listening to tonight's broadcast of Jefferson City Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. We're just shy of 8 o'clock. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith, as we are coming to you from Phil Welch Stadium in St. Joseph, Missouri. Beautiful night for baseball. Thank goodness the sun has gone down behind the little shade behind us. It's cooled it off considerably, just like it did last night. It was a great night for baseball. Renegades looking for win number 3. The next pitch is on its way, and a bouncing ball hit to the first baseman. He will field it himself as Anderson step on it for the out, and that will end the inning. Still no runs as we play 3 innings of play. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Radio Network.
What is freedom of speech?
It's my mouth,
my tongue,
and my 32 teeth,
my thigh,
my mind,
my rights to preach,
to rap, to sing, and even to teach.
No matter the genre, it's still
my freedom of speech. Congress will not choose my religion.
Abridging of press, assembly, and petition.
The laws do protect us.
This is true.
To agree to disagree is sometimes better to do.
Use your mouth,
your tongue,
your 32 teeth,
your thoughts,
your mind,
your right to preach. No matter the genre,
it's
our freedom of speech.
This message is brought to you by the NAB Education Foundation, the Broadcast Education Association, Robert R. McCormick Foundation, and this station.
Dr. Gaines, nice to see you getting groceries instead of in your office.
Hi, Julia. How are the kids?
Great. They're at a birthday party.
I have to put on my pediatrician's hat here. I haven't seen them in my office for flu vaccines yet.
They're big kids. Do they need flu vaccines?
CDC recommends flu vaccinations for all kids from 6 months through 18 years. Flu can be serious.
I'll get the kids their flu vaccines, Doc.
And you can get your flu shot right here. I'll even treat you to a lollipop.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Freedom of speech means freedom to say, I don't like the cafeteria food.
I'm pro-choice.
I'm bipolar.
I want change in my government. The freedom to say, I'm Republican and I'm gay.
As long as it's not hurting anyone.
Whatever I say,
I have the freedom.
I have the freedom to say it.
I have the freedom to say it.
This message is brought to you by the NAB Education Foundation, the Broadcast Education Association, Robert R. McCormick Foundation, and this station.
Well, we go to the top of the 4th inning here as neither team, we've said, has yet to put any runs on the board. The Renegades will bat second, or number 2, 3, and 4. Right fielder Caden Hessel will step in. First pitch to him, well outside, gets out of the glove of the catcher, so that'll be ball 1.
Pitcher for the Mustangs pitched a very good game tonight. He has 3 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts. He's just putting each of the Renegades down right now.
That one almost took his head off. Dodged out of the way. And Heisel. 3 hits for the Mustangs. 1 hit for the Renegades. Next pitch, that one upstairs and out of the glove again. That was an awkward-looking pitch.
Yeah, he's starting to lose a little bit of control right now. With the way he's been pitching, I'm sure he's going to learn how to throw the strike again. Well, instead of a Mustang running around the field last inning, we had that ball hit shallow in the center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit.
That didn't have a lot of ump on it. It looked like that was almost in on the hands of Heisel, but he zings it out there into the green part of this nice field here at Phil Welch Stadium. So he'll stand at first. 1 on, nobody out. Designated hitter Carter Mize will step in.
Like I was saying, instead of the Mustang with the flag running around the field, instead we got a car with the Mustangs logo on it driving around just right behind home plate. You see the tire tracks from where we're sitting.
I was oblivious. I missed the whole thing, so good thing you saw it. That one in there for strike number 1. I was actually checking the feed of our broadcast here. So, again, looking like we have about 3 dozen people listening. Please let us know if you enjoy the broadcast. That pitch is going to be blooped into left field. Left fielder over. He's going to make a diving grab, and it's a long out there, and shouting back to first base will be Heisel.
And he hit that ball hard in the left center field. I couldn't see how he caught it. I got a pole right my way, but he went pretty far back in the left center field to make that catch. runners make it back to first base.
Stepping in will be first baseman Hamilton Anderson. He's had 5 hits, over 9 at-bats, had 3 ribbies. Like to see him come alive here. 1 out here, runner on first. That's Heisel. That pitch downstairs for ball 1. I was saying, if you enjoy the broadcast, please let us know. Be sure and send us a message on Facebook or write us on Facebook. Tell us you enjoyed the broadcast tonight from Phil Welch Stadium. Next pitch, that one's going to be hit to the third baseman. Trying for the double play. There's one. Over to first for the double play. That will end the inning in a 5-4-3 double play. Still no runs there. We remain scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning as we're tied up 0-0. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Great on testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Testing for radon is easy. Just call 866-730-GREEN.
Make it green, green, green.
A message from the U.S. EPA.
What is freedom of speech to me? It's my right to say whatever I want to say, however I want to say it. I can talk politics, philosophy, sport. I can yell about it as loud as I want. I can say it just to a whisper. I can blog about it on the internet. I can sing about it, even if I can't really sing. Because I have a voice that matters. We all do, so speak out.
This message is brought to you by the NAB Education Foundation, the Broadcast Education Association, Robert R. McCormick Foundation, and this station.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Either team, as we said, yet to score in a game that's seen some decent pitching and some decent fielding as well. The Mustangs will bring up their number 6, 7, and 8 hitter, so that'll be Slybowski, Himmel, and Beatty. So Slybowski will lead off. He plays shortstop. He was wouldn't say participant. He was a front row seat watcher for that 5-4-3 double play. Davis still on the mound for the Renegades. First offering is a ball.
Well, I keep forgetting we are in St. Joseph, which is near Kansas City. I see a lot of Royals fans in the crowd today. Guess I wore the appropriate thing and wore my Cardinals jersey today.
That ball is going to be hit to the shortstop. Kilholz has it. He throws over to Anderson for the 6-3 put out. So catcher Jackson Himmel will step in.
Blake got himself a nice Renegades shirt last night. I think I need to get me the same soon.
I did. I'm glad I had it because it was nice to wear on the bus. It's a performance shirt, and it was nice because it was a little toasty on there. First pitch to Himmel. He's going to hit a bouncing ball. It's going to be taken by third baseman over to first and dug it out. That was Denoyer over to Anderson for out number 2 and a 5-3 put out.
That was a nice play by Denoyer. He's kind of not off balance, but very awkward positioning as he's leaning to his left and had to make a good throw to first and just sidearmed right on the money to first base.
We also I was talking with him on the bus, talking about that broken bat he had there in Sedalia, and I think that's about the hardest broken bat I've ever seen called in a game. That sucker went clear out, almost left the infield of play. First pitch to Beatty in the dirt.
Yeah, that bat was just flying and almost took out the shortstop or third baseman. I don't remember where exactly it was at in the infield, but that thing just flew, and then Denoyer was barely left standing with the handle of the bat.
The 1-0 pitch on its way. That one inside for ball 2. It kind of shattered at an odd place, too. Like, there wasn't much left of the handle. It was mostly just mostly intact, but it broke kind of at the handle. That pitch is going to be hit to Denoyer. He'll field it. He'll throw on the run. And first baseman in Hamilton Anderson gets it in another 5-3 put out. And that will be 3 up and 3 down. After 4 innings, we're still tied 0-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Green, green, green. Building your home, making it green. Radon resistant, make it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green. Making it green is making sure the air in your dream home is healthy for your family to breathe. Building a radon-resistant home is easy. Just ask your builder or go to epa.gov/radon. Make it green, green, green.
A message from the U.S. EPA.
Hi, this is Joe Mantegna. Every time my Uncle Willie tells me about his service in Patton's Third Army in World War II, I'm reminded of what we owe the U.S. Army. 14 generations of American soldiers who have courageously defended our nation. Their stories represent the best of America and should never be forgotten. Join me to help build the National Museum of the United States Army, a long overdue tribute to all American soldiers. To learn more, visit armyhistory.org.
Activities out in the field today.
They do have, as I said, they're known to have lots of activities going on, so they live up to that for sure. Left fielder Andrew Patton.
Field's finally getting overwhelmed by the shade. It was pretty sunny when we first got here, but sun's finally setting, and I think each ball player can finally see pretty well as that pitch is swung on and missed for an 0-2 count.
Big cut there by Patton. Yeah, there's only really 2 spots there that are still in the shade. It looks like they're mostly on the fence. That one swung on and missed for strike 3 for Patton, so he will strike out for the second time tonight. Stepping in now will be third baseman Seth Denoyer. He looked real good in that last inning. 2 nice plays to get the second and third out of the inning.
Yeah, both those plays pretty awkward as he had to lean towards his left side and make a pretty awkward throw.
Can't remember what this promotion is about the taco.
I'm not sure.
It has to do with the strikeouts. I can't remember if they just pick a player and say if he strikes out, everybody gets a free taco. The first pitch to Denoyer. That one's going to be in there for a strike. I don't know if he tried to swing out. I don't know if it was a foul tip or it's popped out of the catcher's glove. Somebody's car alarm's also going off.
I was just listening to that.
So Denoyer will step back in from the right side of the plate. The 0-1 offering to him, 1 out here. That one's going to be in there on the outside corner for strike number 2. We play here in the top of the 5th.
I'm really not sure what's going on right now.
You know, I only want them to do the taco if they're going to bring us one.
Oh, yeah. I'm a little hungry right now.
0-2 pitch on its way. That one in the dirt outside. I guess maybe that's the nickname they've given Denoyer is Taco.
We got a car alarm going off, and we got people yelling taco.
I don't know which one's more annoying.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch is going to be coming shortly for Denoyer. That one upstairs and a little outside ball, too. I need to say, if your car is currently going off, please turn off the alarm. Like Rowdy Roddy Piper's down there on his walkie-talkie. Maybe he's got a call on it. That one fouled off over the first base dugout, so still alive is Denoyer.
Denoyer looking to set off another car alarm as that ball was way out of the stadium.
That's a good thing about riding the buses. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, well, I do, but they're going to have to hit a pretty far home run over the left field wall to hit my car.
So the 2-2 pitch as Denoyer steps back in.
There.
1 out here, top of the 5th inning. Still no score. That one well outside.
Here they are, calling for the car.
Please turn it off. So full count here for Taco, also known as Seth Denoyer. And that's going to be a swing and a miss.
Well, I don't know.
So we get a free taco from Taco Bell. Who's going to get some tacos tonight?
Wonder how Denoyer feels after that strikeout. He's probably pretty distracted during that.
Wonder if I could convince a bus driver to swing by Taco Bell on the way home and get our free tacos.
Well, good thing I only have to convince my mom. See if we can get some tacos. Mom, if you're listening, that does not sound bad for dinner after the game.
So 2 outs here as Joseph Keelholz steps in from the left side of the plate. He'll line the first one over the head of the second baseman, and he'll have a stand-up single.
Second baseman really tried to make a leaping grab there, but just way over his head.
Yeah, nice job there of just first pitch swinging and bloops it over the second baseman's head. So he'll be standing on first. Al Carreau, the catcher, he'll step in. Carreau catching last night and tonight's game. He's getting some good Mink League action here. Struck out last time he was up. First pitch to him upstairs. They're going to throw down to first, and no tag even close. They tried the tag, but the throw down was high.
Claro, the only Renegades player on the roster that is a foreign-born player. He is from Aruba.
He'll choke up on the bat just a bit. The 1-0 pitch to him. He's going to foul it off over the first base dugout. So he'll step back in. He'll stare down the pitcher. 1-1 pitch to him. Going to be outside. Just missed it.
That's like a really good pitch.
Ball 2. I was waiting for a late call there for a strike, but...
Yeah, we've had some late calls from the umpires the last couple games.
So he'll be ahead in the count at 2-1. One on with 2 outs here. Top of the 5th inning of action. Neither team has scored yet. A pitch on the way. That one misses outside for ball 3. So he will step back in. Take a breath. Take another one. He'll step in. He's deep in that batter's box. Digs that right foot in. Bat off his shoulder. He's going to swing and miss that one. Big cut there. I got to say one thing about the crew here that does the games, their sound effects are on point.
I was just thinking that also. They are very outgoing with their sound effects and love to keep this crowd entertained.
Full count, 2 out, runner goes, and it just hit.
Ooh.
Clareau.
He is not happy about that one. He tosses the bat towards his dugout.
That hit him. Runner was going, so he'll be at second base. Can't tell if it hit him on the shoulder or the neck. And Coach Mike D'Amelia will walk over about 3/4 of the way over there, and then Clareau says he is just fine, and he walks back to the third base third base coach's box over here. But I couldn't tell. He kind of the way he turned to protect himself, and couldn't tell if it hit him in the shoulder or the neck area, but he's going to be just fine. He's clapping his hands. He says, I'm all right, let's go. That brings up Ben Burton. He's got 2 on with 2 out, and we know he knows what to do when he's got runners on base. He spurred the comeback there in Sedalia. Be a good chance to see him put the Renegades on the board here. First pitch to him. Upstairs, ball 1. I said it'd be great to see him put some RBIs up here as neither team has scored. We play top of the 5th inning. 1-0 count, 2 out here with 2 runners on. Burton playing second base tonight. That one well outside for ball 2. So he'll step out, shake his bat a little bit, fix his helmet, step back in. Again, batting from the right side of the plate. So the 2-0 pitch will be coming to him. That one again outside, throw down to first. Clareau is back in time. Well, he had those legs churning there. They were chomping to get back to first base.
I don't think he was ready for that throw down.
Well, I guess I need some new glasses. They say that was a strike. Late call there. I guess I was watching the throw down to first. So 2-1 count now. And there's a line drive hit, and coming over and making the diving grab is the center fielder. He laid out for it, and he comes down with it. And Burton takes his helmet off and gives a salute to Gromberger as he got on the horse, was running to his right, and was able to make a diving catch. That's the scary thing on that play, though, is if he doesn't catch it, that's 2 runs in, if not a stand-up double, if not a triple. But they're able to capitalize on it. Said Burton gives him the salute. So that'll take us to the end of the inning after 5.5 innings. We are still scoreless. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
In 2007, 16-year-old Tyler Hill died while on a student trip to Japan. Hospital officials say his life could have been saved had he received immediate attention there, but it didn't happen. Let's make sure Tyler's story is not repeated. The cause is clear. Keep kids safe. Find out more at clearcausefoundation.org. Children of America.
This is the story of Daniel, who was born 2 months early. His lungs weren't ready. His heart wasn't ready. His parents could only hope that one day he would leave the hospital healthy, and they would all live happily ever after. Daniel's is just one of the more than 500,000 stories of babies born prematurely last year. You can help the March of Dimes stop premature birth and bring more babies home healthy. Learn how at marchofdimes.com. Working together for stronger, healthier babies.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still scoreless here at Phil Welch Stadium in St. Joseph, Missouri, home of the Northwest Bearcats baseball team and also the St. Joseph Mustangs. That's part of why it's such a nice stadium.
Yeah, now I see it. I see the Northwest Missouri State sign out in right field, right on top of the scoreboard.
Being from another Division II school, graduated from Pittsburgh State over in Kansas, and we're kind of automatic enemies there with Northwest. But as long as we're not playing each other, we can be civil and get along together. So the Mustangs will send hitter number 9, 1 and 2. Leading off will be second baseman Rosaki Tada. That first pitch is in there for a strike. That was a beauty.
Mustangs ended their last inning with a fantastic diving catch by the center fielder. Blake and I both thought that was going to be at least a double and score a couple runs, but that pitch is called a strike. That looked outside. Like I was saying, center fielder made a great diving catch. He saved probably 2 runs on that play. I mean, he just full extension made a play, and it was fantastic.
0-2 pitch. That one is going to be swung on and missed, and he took a big league cut there but couldn't connect. The thing, though, I like about that play, and I don't like that it was caught because that kept runs off the board for the Renegades, but the thing that I caught is Burton, as he rounded second, he took his helmet off and made sure to make eye contact with Grauberger to give him the salute with the helmet, because that was a heck of a play. Great sportsmanship on his part there. Left fielder in Brody Holden will step in now. He's going to hit his first ball into right field, tracking it down, catching it after 2 or 3 steps is Heisel. That's a quick out number 2.
Davis already getting another quick 2 outs. He had I think it was last inning, he had a great 1-2-3 inning, and he's already getting through 2 now. And after the first couple, I wouldn't say rough 2 innings, but after a couple 2 little rough innings.
They had some rough patches. You're right. So now it'll bring in third baseman Michael Paul. He'll step in with 2 outs here. Neither team scored. Bottom of the 5th inning. That first pitch to him is outside for ball 1.
I try not to say rough because Mustangs never scored, but Davis did get some runners on base a couple times, but he was able to get out of it. But now he's just been rolling and getting each player out.
That one's going to be hit on the fly, caught by Keelholz at shortstop. He didn't even have to move for that. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings here for Davis and the Renegades. So we will take another break here and be back. Neither team is yet to score. We'll come back with the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
In 2007, 16-year-old Tyler Hill died while on a student trip to Japan. Hospital officials say his life could have been saved had he received immediate attention there, but it didn't happen. Let's make sure Tyler's story is not repeated. The cause is clear. Keep kids safe. Find out more at clearcausefoundation.org.
Children of America.
What if you didn't care about being on the fast track? Instead of flying to the big interview, what if you flew somewhere else altogether? Like a village in Botswana or a tiny island in the Pacific where needs are easy to see. What if you decided to share your skills with others and help someone else get ahead? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go? To find out more, call 800-424-8580 or visit peacecorps.gov.
Well, we enter the 6th inning of play here, top of the 6th inning. Neither team has yet to put any runs up. Both teams having 3 hits so far in the game, so I guess you could say it's really been a pitcher's duel so far. Not a conventional pitcher's duel we think of, but still nonetheless.
Yeah, it was rough for Davis, for the Renegades, in the first couple innings, like I just said in the last inning. But he's really locked in. He's had 2 straight 1-2-3 innings, and pitcher for the Mustangs has been doing very well also. He's had a lot of strikeouts tonight. He's been putting down the Renegades also.
So the Renegades will send the top of the batting order in. Center fielder Caden Dial will be in. He's down in the count. Fouls that one off. So he will be down 0-2 now. Fouled that one towards the first base dugout. That's where the Mustangs are.
Almost had a bird flying in our booth. It was pretty close.
The 0-2 pitch will be headed this way shortly. That one outside for ball 1.
Sure, my sister would be worried for me if there's a bird flying in here. She hates birds.
You know, that's a hazard of the game, I guess you might say. 1-2 pitch is going to be off the catcher's shin guard. So it was in the dirt. That'll be ball 2, even the count at 2-2. I think the one thing in my close to 2 decades of calling games and broadcasting, the one thing I messed up on is I should have wrote a book, should have been keeping some stories. It's been crazy things happen. That one's going to be fouled just out of play down the third base line. Well, falls back in, bounces back in. Yeah, I've seen some pretty crazy things, to say the least. Probably the craziest thing I ever saw was a delay in a baseball game because a hot air balloon landed in the outfield. There's a bouncing ball hit to the first baseman. He's going to field it, throw over to the pitcher to get the out.
That was a bang-bang play.
It is a 3-1 put out.
So a hot air balloon?
Yeah, there was a hot air balloon out and about, and it had a malfunction of some kind, and they came down in the outfield. It was a high school game, but came down in the outfield because it had nowhere else to land. That was, I guess, as good as anything. And the problem was it was coming from behind us, so you couldn't see what it was, but the outfielder kept pointing and finally eventually moved out of the way, and here comes a hot air balloon skying over you. So stepping in now will be right fielder in Caden Heisel. He'll take the first pitch for a ball. He has one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Neither team has scored any runs yet. Both teams have 3 hits, no errors. Next pitch to him is going to be in there for strike 1. Said 2, we'll keep our post game relatively short today as I'll make sure to catch the bus back. I don't want to miss it. I don't want them to wait on me. That pitch is going to be lined back up the middle. It's going to take a big hop, but taken by the shortstop over in time for out number 2. It'll be a 6-3 put out. So designated hitter Carter Mize will step in now. He's got 2 outs to work with here. He's popped out twice, so he's 0 for 2 at the plate today. He'll do a little landscaping on the left side of the batter's box. And he'll tap the plate with his bat. Put it over his left shoulder. First pitch to him. He's going to hit a long fly ball out towards center right field. It's going to fall in there. I wasn't sure if it was. He's going to be going into second. And he'll be stand-up double there. 2 outs double. He claps his hand. He's fired up out there.
Yeah, Mize has been swinging a hot bat. I'm glad I could see it again tonight. He just bloops that one. I shouldn't say bloop. He hit it hard right over the right fielder's head. Couldn't quite tell if he was going to catch it or what, but
yeah, I had that same problem.
Looks like it one hopped the wall, and he just trots into second base. That's the first extra base hit for the Renegades tonight.
See somebody over there warming up in the bullpen for the Mustangs. Don't think I see any movement over in the bullpen for the Renegades. Now we'll see first baseman Hamilton Anderson. He struck out in the first inning, and in the fourth inning he hit into a double play rather. So he's going to call for time and do a little more landscaping before he steps back in. So he's got 1 on, 2 out here as Mize stands at second base. Anderson, left-handed batter as well. First offering to him. He's going to take it all the way for strike 1.
That was a great curveball. I think just dropped right into looked like down and in to Anderson. Right on the corner.
Anderson down in the count at 0-1. 2 outs here, 1 runner on. Either team has scored, still scoreless. That one he's going to foul it off over towards the third base dugout. That's where his team is at.
Yeah, it kills his teammate on the on-deck circle.
Yeah, that is Pat.
Bounce out of the way.
I think he's paying attention down there.
Yeah.
So 2 pitch will come to Anderson. 1 runner on, 2 outs here. He could line one out. We might see a run. That one's going to be upstairs for ball 1. So Mize will take a pretty good lead over at second. Anderson has the bat off of his shoulder. There's the pitch, and that one's going to be in the dirt.
And that one was nowhere near the... Wow, I really just...
Mize does not go. Got you excited there, did you?
Yeah, I really just hit puberty right there, didn't I?
But Mize wisely didn't go. That ball didn't get far enough away for him to go anywhere, so he scampers back to second base. 2-2 count, and 2's across the board. 1 on, 2 out, and 2-2 pitch. That one's in at the ankles of Anderson, so that'll take it full.
I gotta say, this is probably the biggest ballpark we've also been to. Deep center field is 400 feet. Most we've seen so far is like at least 360, 375.
You're right about that.
In the corners, I think it's 320. I can't quite see.
Yeah, 320 in the corners and 400 straight away. So it's got a good arc to it. You know, if you hit a home run to straight away center field, you had a good at bat there.
Oh yeah.
So full count, 2 out here. Anderson takes that pitch, that one in the dirt, and he walked him.
He was not finding his zones there as he bounced a couple balls right in front of the plate. One of those balls bounced at least 3 or 4 feet in front of the plate, and that last one did too.
Left fielder Andrew Patton will step in. He's had 2 strikeouts on the game so far. He did have that home run last night. We're going to have a visit to the mound here. He had that home run last night and a monster ball that he hit that went for 3. I believe it was a 3-run home run last night.
Yes, it was. Back in the first inning.
Well, it'll be just as good for him to hit another 3-run home run. Have back-to-back games of 3-run homers.
Yeah, Renegades only having 1 home run on the season. That was courtesy of Andrew Patton.
Patton knows how to do it, and he's due. He's had 2 strikeouts, both swinging here in this game as we play in the top of the 6th inning. 2 on and 2 out. Standing at second base is Mize. Anderson stands at first base. He just was issued that free pass with a walk. Both runners will take a little bit of a lead DeNoyer in the on-deck circle, the third baseman.
I just hope if he homers again over the left center field wall, it's not over that bullpen wall and stay a little far away from my car.
So Patton will take the first pitch upstairs for ball one.
If anything, I'd love to, pretty unrealistic, but here get 400 plus feet into that street. Aim for a different car, but it's moving.
That one outside for ball two. You'll get to see that at Joplin, at the ballpark in Joplin, Joe Becker Stadium. There's no chance you'd ever hit the road, but they've got a road out there, and it's interesting to watch some of the cars go through there. So the 2-0 pitch on its way, swing and a miss, big cut there by Patton. So it takes the count to 2-1. There's a roundabout there. I did a game one time there, and somebody was driving. They just, for 10 minutes, just drove around the roundabout in a circle. Happened to notice that during the game. So a 2-1 pitch. And a bouncing ball hit to the second baseman. He'll flip it to the shortstop for the out, and that will end the inning. So the Renegades unable to put any runs on. They leave two stranded after 6.5 innings of play. We're still scoreless. We'll be back here. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
I got smart about mortgages. Now it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning. When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org. Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money. Smartaboutmoney.org. It's the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
What would happen if you didn't follow the established path? Would you feel scared or proud? Could you explain that helping the people of Peru improve their own community would also have an effect on your own? Would you rather make your own way or spend a lifetime saying, what if? Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps. To find out more, call 1-800-424-8580 or go to peacecorps.gov.
Well, we've had the big dice now onto the field. Did that startle you a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
So here at Phil Welch Stadium, they have some large dice. Large is maybe an understatement.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what happened. I just decided to toss them off the roof onto the net.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, I look up from my phone.
They're about 4 by 4, 4 foot by 4 foot, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
And they toss them off the roof and roll them down the net into play and have a game associated with it. And the kind of dice that if you could throw both of them, hold them in one hand, you might be Paul Bunyan. So Jacob Davis still on the mound for the Renegades. Stepping in for the Mustangs will be center fielder Jake Grauberger. He had that excellent play a couple innings ago where he caught that long fly ball from Burton. First pitch to him, going to be inside, almost hit him on the hands, but that'll be a ball.
Davis has really settled in the last couple innings. Like we said, he's had 2 straight 1-2-3 innings, and he's just looked very good from his last couple innings. As there's a bouncy ball to third base, and where he's going to throw to first, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
You're right. He's just kind of found his rhythm, a 5-3 put out there. That'll be out number 1. First baseman Sean O'Malley will step in now.
Another great thing is he's just getting these hitters out quick. I mean, first couple innings, he, like you said, he had like 6 to 7 pitch at bats, and now it's probably 3 to 4 pitches or less, and he's just getting these guys out quick.
That pitch in there for a strike. O'Malley is 0 for 1 at the plate, has a hit by pitch. He's down in the count at 0-1. 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 6th. He's going to hit a chopper that just dies in the grass, but over is Davis. It was hit to the first baseman and Anderson, and that thing just barely got there, but that'll be out number 2.
That's just another quick 2 outs. I mean, like I've been saying, he's been have no words. He's been doing really great.
Trying to have a back-to-back-to-back 1-2-3 inning. Ike Book, the right fielder, will step in. He is 0 for 2 on the night, has a pop out to left field. First pitch, him swing and a miss. That was a big league cut there. Has a fielder's choice on his second at-bat, so he's 0 for 2. That one outside. That bounced to the catcher, Clareau. We said hopefully you're enjoying tonight's broadcast here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazzo here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. Will be here all season long. 1-1 pitch on its way. That one just missed for a strike. I was waiting for the delayed call.
Yeah, it was a great pitch, but
again, had a lot of movement. Yeah. Just didn't quite nick the corner of the strike zone. So the 2-1 pitch, 2 outs here. That one gets the outside corner for strike 2. There was no question about that one.
Great fastball there.
That had some heat on it for sure.
Yeah, he's painting the corners just like Greg Maddox used to do.
So 2-2 pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one outside, ball 3. So he will take it full here.
We did happen to see this, though, in the first couple innings. Davis would get a quick 2 outs, but then somehow hitter would get on base, either by a walk or a hit.
Swing and a miss there for strike 3, and that will end the inning.
Here, though.
So back-to-back-to-back innings where been 3 up and 3 down for Davis. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Captain Eric Lawrence was training Afghan soldiers when his truck was hit by an IED.
I sat home alone for months. I didn't want that anymore. I wanted to go back to work. PBA helped me write my resume, got me a job interview. I got the job.
Paralyzed Veterans of America. Changing lives, building futures. To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Hi, I'm Joe Perry. And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Yeah, you know we love it when the music does the talking.
And you know, the music stops when someone gets killed.
So never let someone you know get behind the wheel if they've been drinking. So keep it real. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
New pitcher in the ball game for the Mustangs. That is Jay Greco. He's wearing number 11. I don't have the information on him. Thought maybe that roster did, but he comes on here at the top of the 7th inning. Again, neither team has scored. 4 hits for the Renegades, 3 for the Mustangs. As they'll send the 6-hole, the 7, and the 8 to the plate. That'll be Denoyer, Keelholz, and Claro.
Been pretty much a pitcher's duel this entire game. I mean, hits have been very limited. Only, like Blake said, 4 for the Renegades, 3 for the Mustangs. Now with the new pitcher, Renegades are looking to do some damage and finally put a run on the board. It's like just like Blake likes to say, got to break that goose egg.
Well, I don't know if I need to call Denoyer or call him Taco.
Yeah, last inning or a couple innings ago, I think someone won a free taco, and that's all they would say is a car alarm was going off. They just keep saying taco, taco, taco.
First pitch is in there for a called strike to Denoyer.
Denoyer ended up striking out in that at-bat, but you got to hand it to him. He had a little bit to go through during that at-bat. A little bit of, here it is again.
So the 0-1 pitch, and I'll say he went around.
Man, they have it out for Denoyer, don't they?
Well, you know, he could silence the crowd if he just hit a long ball here.
Definitely looks like the guy that can. Looks like a pretty big, muscular third baseman.
So Denoyer will step back in, down in the count at 0-2 here in the top of the 7th. That one way outside, try to get him to chase that. Get the Taco Bell bell there. So Denoyer down in the count at 1-2. Next pitch to him. He's going to hit a bouncing ball to the shortstop. He'll field it, throw over to first, and they got him with a tag. Took the first baseman off the base, but going to go down as a 6-3 putout.
Yeah, a great play by the first baseman. He had to leap to get that ball, and then quick tag on Denoyer, and barely got the out as Denoyer was sprinting down the first baseline.
Shortstop Joseph Keelholz will step in. He's got one out here in the top of the 7th inning. Again, neither team has scored. There's lots of zeros up on that scoreboard. That's left-handed. First pitch to him upstairs, ball 1. He'll step back in, does a little landscaping. He'll step back in. 1-0, one-out pitch to him. He's going to hit a mile-high foul ball. That's going to go down the first base line. I think that's still in orbit right now.
Yeah, man, he crushed that ball right barrel on the bat. It just turned on it, though, and way down the first base line.
So he'll even the count at 1-1. See if he can get that lined out a little bit. Next pitch on its way, and he's going to hit it straight back to us. That'll be strike number 2. Boy, I couldn't tell if that was coming forwards or backwards there. Which way, if it was going towards us, coming back towards us rather, or going straight back at the pitcher. Well, he's down to the count at 1-2. Next pitch on its way, and he's going to hit a bouncing ball foul down the first base line again.
Nice grab by the first base coach.
Barehanded grab even.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of forced to be barehanded, but still props to him.
They do frown upon you having a glove out there. So it'll still be 1-2. That one. Another one skied a mile high. It's going to go out of play above our heads. And roll back. Nope, get caught in the net. So they'll do the 1-2 pitch again. This will be the 6th pitch of this inning, of this at bat rather. Said neither team has scored. One out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Anderson's definitely a guy who can get on base. He's had 5 hits in the first 2 games.
That one in there for called strike 3. And Keelholz is out number 2. Stepping in now will be catcher and Al Claro. Keelholz tells him something. He's mentioned something to him. Also tells Ben Burton, the second baseman, who will be in the on-deck circle. He tells him something. So there's obviously something that he's noticed about this pitcher. He said Jay Greco.
Oh, I totally messed that up. I said Anderson. Really, I meant Keelholz.
2 outs here for Claro. First pitch to him. He's going to hit a line drive. It's going to be a base hit. Falls in the gap between the left fielder and the center fielder. So he's got a first pitch single.
Well, whatever Keelholz told him definitely worked. First pitch swinging. Just drops that down to left center field and picks up a base hit.
We'll see if Burton can tap into that information as well that Keelholz gave him. He'll bat from the right side of the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Runner on first, 2 outs here. First pitch to him. Going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Burton rallied the team in Sedalia. Throw over to first. Claro back. He started the rally in Sedalia. That saw the Renegades tie it up and then take the lead. The 0-1 pitch is on its way. He's going to foul it off.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy comeback. I was astonished by the way they came back. Down 4 runs in the top of the 9th. I mean, I definitely did not see that coming. And Burton let big leader in that rallying inning.
So 0-2 now as Burton has to protect the plate. 1 runner on, 2 out here. They're going to throw over to first. Claro back easily.
Not sure Claro, the catcher, would be running, but it's not a bad idea to check.
Yeah, I don't think he's a stolen base threat. Next pitch is going to be fouled off again towards the first base side. So we will do the 0-2 pitch again. So Claro takes a lead over at first base. He's not too far off the bag. And there's going to be another single. It falls over the head of the shortstop who was on his horse. So again, whatever Keelhold saw out there seems like it's working.
Kind of seems like they're just kind of poking their bats out there. They see a good breaking ball, and they just poke their bats and get right over the shortstop's head. And both those hits going into left center field, so it's going to be the start of something, whatever Keelholz is telling them. They're finally trying to get a run on the board.
Center fielder Caden Dial will step in. 2 on, 2 out here.
Catcher's going to call time and talk to his pitcher a little bit. Probably going to
try to settle him down a little bit. Got those 2 quick outs and then has given up 2 singles. So we'll see if the Renegades can do something with it here. Dial's 1 for 3 tonight. First offering to him. He's going to hit. Sliced it into left field. Left fielder's going to track it down, and he'll catch it for the out. That is not what the Renegades wanted to do. So that will enter the 7th inning stretch as we're still tied at 0. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, this is Carl Edwards here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You want to make a difference? It's simple. Be responsible. Plan ahead. Designate before you celebrate. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Well, the 7th inning stretch time. As they got the fans up dancing to the YMCA.
Renegades finally put in a different pitcher. Can't quite tell who it is, but right-hander taking place for Davis. Davis pitched a great 6 innings.
Checked it in. Claro was a little late getting out there. Obviously, he was out in play there, was batting. I can't tell who that is either.
My glasses only help me see so far. I think he's number 12. Like I said earlier this game, I'm still learning players on this team. I'm learning players all around the Mink League.
So you were correct. That's number 12, Caleb Haley. Well, he is checked in.
This is his first appearance of the season. So I've seen a lot of young pitchers so far. No one's gone out twice.
Double check, make sure that's who that is. Yep, that's Caleb Haley. So he will come on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Give everybody a chance just to kind of stretch the legs. Get up and dance a little bit. They're nearing 9 o'clock here. Lake Gasaway Joined by Grayson Smith here on the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. As we said, hopefully you're enjoying our broadcast. We're just in Game 3 of our coverage all season long. As I said earlier, be sure and write on our Facebook. Send us a message. Let us know you enjoyed the broadcast. Be sure and share our information and share it with your neighbors and your friends and your family and your enemies and everybody that you can. I do enjoy hearing and looking. Sometimes I don't get it done during the game, but enjoy seeing where our listeners are from and know some of the players' parents have been listening. Had a few nice comments and messages from some of the players' families, which I appreciate that. Nice to know that I can help them get to follow their son as he plays collegiate baseball here in the Mink League with the Renegades. Some of them aren't, most of them are local, but not all of them. Plus, some of the road games or even home games, there's stuff going on. They can't always make them. So we always enjoy when you let us know that you're listening and where you're listening from. The Mustangs will send hitter number 6, 7, and 8. They'll lead off with shortstop Cole Slabowski. He is 1 for 2, has 2 stolen bases. He took those in the second inning. First pitch is going to be inside for a ball.
Very big gap between center and right field. Dow's playing more left center for this right-handed hitter. He's kind of playing a little bit in. I can't tell from here, but looks to be playing a little bit more in than the other two fielders in the outfield.
That one in there for strike number 1. So that'll even count at 1-1. Again, neither team has scored here as we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 hits for the Renegades, 3 for the Mustangs.
Blake, looks like we got some more mascots now.
Yeah. I think we have the fast food.
See a hot dog. I think it's a peanut. That pitch is taken outside for ball 2.
A burrito, and that's the Little Caesars pizza guy. I think.
That's who that is. That's a burrito?
I don't know.
An ice cream cone.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's an ice cream cone. I can't tell. It was over here in my blind spot. 2-1 pitch is going to be a bouncing ball hit to the diving Denoyer, and he could not come up with a throw, but he saved some extra bases there, I think.
I was kind of paying attention to the mascot, but did he almost steal the ball from short, or?
Well, he made a diving grab at it and just couldn't get to his feet in time to make the throw, but most importantly, I think if he doesn't get that, that's probably going to get through and possibly be an extra base. So catcher Jackson Hummel will step in. He's got one on here with nobody out. I'd like to see a double play. That pitch is called a ball. Get Haley out of the inning a little faster if we could see a double play. 1 on, no out here. Emil has a 1-0 count in his favor. He's going to hit a bouncing ball and through the glove of an outstretched Denoyer. It looks like they're going to hold up runners at second and third, and that's a double for Himmel. Just a hot shot ball that Denoyer dove for it but couldn't get it and just hops over the bag at third base.
How would you like to see first appearance of the season? He's given 2 back-to-back hits to lead off the inning. So now there's runners on second and third with no outs. We still got a tie game of 0-0.
Designated hitter Harper Beatty will step in.
Fly ball to the outfield could just score this first run.
So we play here, bottom of the 7th inning. Neither team has produced any runs yet. Both teams have had a few hits. I think a ball ended up in the field of play, so that's for the delay here. Patton runs over and gets it and tosses it back to the kids that are playing over there.
And they got a bouncy house. They got a Mustang over there. They got everything over there.
So Beatty will step on, 2 on, no outs. First one inside for ball 1.
Oh, that pitch was so inside, he didn't move a muscle.
So Haley will go through his windup. There's the pitch, and a bouncing ball is going to hit to DeNoyer. He bobbles it. He'll throw over to first and get the out. He stayed with it. That's the important thing.
Prevents the runners from scoring. That's another great thing.
So second baseman Ryosuke Tada will step in. Yes, first name Ryosuke Tada. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fences there. Haley trying to work himself out of this jam he's got himself in.
Where'd you say this guy was from?
Japan.
He's got the same number as Ichiro.
Where's 51? So he's down in the count at 0-1. One out here. Runners on second and third. Haley looks in. The 0-1 pitch. That one a bouncing ball. Takes a high bouncer. Going to throw home. Have a rundown situation. And they're going to get the runner. Dive by DeNoyer. Gets him. He's going to be out.
And Mustangs have just running themselves out of the inning twice in this game. That's the second time they've got caught in a pickle on the base pass. Most importantly, between third and home. So that prevents them from scoring a run. And Renegades are looking to get out of this. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. I couldn't quite tell where that runner is going.
Yeah, he's taking off, bringing over his shin guard. Yeah, they've had, we're not going to see it on its errors, but those are most definitely 2 errors they've had in running the bases. DeNoyer doing a nice job launching himself to tag the runner that was on third. Brady Holden, left fielder, he'll step in, has 2 on and nobody out. First pitch to him, upstairs, ball 1.
DeNoyer's had a pretty busy inning between third base. A couple diving tries, and he gets that out at first and at home.
So Holden will step back in. Bats left-handed. 1-0 pitch. That one in the dirt. 2-0. 2 outs here, 2 on. Runner at second and third. Long look in. As gets the sign he wants is Haley. That one misses. I don't know how.
That looked pretty good. I think.
I don't know how that missed. But
looks like they're intentionally walking him.
So they'll load the bases. Third baseman Michael Paul will step in. He's been hit by a pitch. Popped out to center field and popped out to the shortstop. So, well, bases loaded. The good thing about this is it forces a tag at any base. The 2 outs here. Bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch fouled straight back. Paul was just behind that. Haley steps back on the rubber. Count 0-1 here. It's very much a chess match right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Paul at the plate has an 0-1 count. This pitch to him. That went in there for strike 2.
That was a beauty.
Here, the fans didn't like that.
That pitch totally froze him. I agree that was a strike.
Yeah, he caught the plate and then had a high rate of droppage on the back end. So 0-2 count. Haley looking to get out of this. Bases loaded. Next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and he got out of the inning.
Wow.
There was no damage done as he blew it by Paul for out number 3. We're going to go to the top of the 8th. Still no score as the Renegades will come to bat. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
This is Paul Stanley from KISS for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Some of us work months producing a CD, but in less time than it takes to play it, someone will be killed in an alcohol-related crash. So please don't drive when you've been drinking. Plan ahead. Arrange a designated driver. Remember, friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family. We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Resources are available for military families. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
As neither team has yet to produce any runs, both teams have had several hits, 6 for the Renegades and 5 for the Mustangs. Haley got out of that jam there in that last inning, started to get in the situation, had the bases loaded and struck out the batter. The Renegade
on the base pass, that really got him out, and then just a clutch strikeout from Haley. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better from the Renegades as they get it out of that bases loaded jam and keep it a tie game at 0-0.
That first pitch to Hessel is upstairs, ball 1. Next pitch, he's going to foul that one off, out of play down the first base line. Still on the mound in relief is Jay Greco. So the count will be 1-1. Hessel has struck out, had a single to center field, shallow center field. And he's going to make that 2 singles as he hits that a little blooper over the head of the shortstop, and he'll have 2 singles on the night. Most importantly, that is a single coming on the leadoff batter, and we know what happens to the Renegades when they get that going. So Carter Mize will step in. He's he is the DH today. I'll get it right in a minute. So he's doubled in the last inning, had 2 pop-outs before that. He's 1 for 3. We'd like to make it 2 for 4. That one upstairs, a ball.
I would love to see Mize, who's been a hot hitter, put the first run on the board for the Renegades.
If he could hit another double like he did out to center field, there's a chance that Hessel might score. That one hit straight up the middle. It's going to be caught. Step on second, over to first for the double play.
That was a great play by the shortstop. Weird hop. Then he just does a little dance to be able to touch the second base bag and then slingshots at the first base. Pretty unfortunate. I thought that ball was going to get up the middle.
I did too. I thought it was going to squeak through, but the shortstop over there able to cut it off. So stepping in now will be first baseman Hamilton Anderson. He reached safely last time at bat with a walk. Had a strikeout and it hit into a double play. That first one there offering to him as a strike.
He knew he should have swung at that pitch. He's been in his knees, kind of a little frustrated he didn't swing at that. That was a good pitch.
The 0-1 pitch to him. That one well outside. I don't know what well outstairs is. So I'll leave the count at 1-1. 2 outs here as we play top of the 8th inning. Just after 9 o'clock, there's a slicing high fly ball. It's going to go to left field. Left fielder misplayed. It goes over his head. He lost it in the moonlight, I guess.
I'd say he lost in those stadium lights, but I don't know how he could.
Yeah, they're mostly behind him.
Yeah.
He misplays that, so that will go to put Anderson at second base. Left fielder Andrew Patton will step in. He has struck out twice and hit into a 4-6 out to end the 6th inning, so he'll step in. 2 outs here. Nobody has scored yet. He bats right-handed. First pitch to him. That's in there for a strike. Said 2 outs, trying to get this 2-out rally here in the top of the 8th inning. Patton has the 0-1 count here. He wiggles that bat around. There's the pitch, and he's going to foul tip that for strike 2. Jay Greco on the mound. So it might be Greco.
Mustangs, like you said earlier, have a most interesting sound effects. Just heard Pickle Rick.
They're on point, I'm telling you. So the 0-2 pitch is going to be coming to Patton. And he's going to foul tip that one, but he's going to try to get into first base, and throw is in time to get him.
Not sure what he was swinging at there.
I don't know either. They got him out, though, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 8th inning after the play in the top of the 8th. Still nobody scored. Mustangs will come to bat here in just a second. We're going to pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hey, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers for RAD. I'm here to remind you that drunk drivers are still a major killer of young adults in this country. So always choose a designated driver, and remember, music lives, you should too.
Getting born in the state of Mississippi, Papa was a copper and the mama was a hippie.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sugarland here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. Music lives, and so should you. Please plan ahead. Designate before you celebrate.
Friends don't let friends
drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Well, we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Both teams having opportunities, just could not capitalize on either one of them. Check to see if this is Haley. I
think so, yep.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yep,
still.
He's still out there.
Blake and I were talking between innings. I don't know how many has been left on base for each side. I mean, scoreless game, and these guys both missed their opportunities.
Definitely a couple of, I don't know what else to call it. First thing comes to mind, boneheaded base running plays by the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Cost them some runs easily. Center fielder Jake Grauberger will step in. Don't want to be too harsh on him, but they made some mistakes on the base pass, some mental mistakes, and it cost them some runs. That first pitch from Haley is upstairs.
Yeah, I'm sure Renegades would probably be leading this game if they didn't have that diving catch a few innings ago. That probably would have been 1 or 2 run lead by now. But instead, you're scoreless. There's 1-0 count.
A swing and a miss. Yeah, that's a major league cut right there by Grauberger. So Haley will look in and get the sign from his catcher in Claro. That one's going to be upstairs for ball 2. Claro has done a nice job here catching tonight. He's had back-to-back games he's caught. So Haley's 2-1 delivery. That's going to be a little blooper, but it's going to be caught out by Hessel in right field. Didn't quite get as much as I thought he did on it. So it'll be out number 1. First baseman Sean O'Malley. He is 0 for 2 on the night, been hit by a pitch. Was that bat during that double play that I alluded to was the mistake running the base path. O'Malley steps in. First pitch to him is upstairs and past the catcher.
Almost looked like a strike to me. It just popped out of the glove for Claro.
We're still not quite the same vantage point we had last night, almost in line still, but we're quite a ways back. So
Yeah.
great view for the game last night. However, we were in the line of fire anytime the ball got past the catcher or was fouled straight back. 1-0 pitch is going to be on its way to O'Malley. That one's strike one. He wanted to pull the trigger, but just froze him on it, did Haley.
And it was right on the corner, right on the inside corner. Totally just froze him on that fastball.
He knew it, too, that he should have swung at that. 1-1 pitch is going to be in there for strike two. Caught the outside corner. I'm going to call Haley Da Vinci because he knows how to paint. We've got Taco and we got Da Vinci. Coming up with names all over the place here for the Renegades. So the 1 out. 1-2 pitch. And a bouncing ball hit up the middle. It's going to get through. A diving try there by Keelholz. And he could not come down with it.
That was a good piece of hitting. He just kind of swung his bat, not looking to do much, and he just pokes it into center field, right past the diving shortstop, Keelholz. And now the Mustangs have run on first with 1 out. Renegades looking to hopefully turn a double play ball and keep their magic working as they've been able to keep runners from scoring all game. Hopefully they keep doing that in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Right fielder Ike Book checks in. He struck out. Fielder's choice and a pop out. First pitch to him. In there for a strike.
That was a great pitch. Looked like a slider just in the outside zone.
As I said, Haley doing a great job painting the corners here. One out, runner on first. Throw over to first. Low throw, but
hey,
Anderson able to get it.
Quickly turned it through. Didn't really get to look much at first baseman.
So the 0-1 pitch is coming to Book. 1 on, 1 out. He's going to foul that one towards the third base side. So we'll be 0-2 now. As we said, scoreless here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith from beautiful Phil Welch Stadium in St. Joseph, Missouri. A much cooler St. Joseph, Missouri now that the Suns went down.
Yeah, that definitely feels good. It's going to be a long drive home, isn't it?
Not if we get the win tonight. 0-2 pitch and a high popper. We'll see if that gets out of bounds. Everybody's giving chase, and it does above the first base dugout. They gave chase, but just ran out of real estate. Apparently, that's who you call A1 Roofing if you have a roofing problem.
And Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell. Maybe
random.
that's why you have a roofing problem, because you call Taco Bell.
Yeah, probably.
So runner will stand on first base. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th inning. Ike Book, the right fielder, down in the count at 0-2. Haley will look in. He'll get the sign from Claro. Now he'll throw it, and a bouncing ball chopped down the first base line again. Both of these, he's just been out in front. Just a little too much. So Book will step back in. Still an 0-2 count. 1 out here. Haley's next offering will be on its way. And that one upstairs, ball 1. It'll be pitch number 6 for this at bat. Had a strike, and 2 foul balls, and that ball right there. 1-2 pitch, and he's going to hit a little blooper into left field on his horse over trying to get it. It's going to go foul, and overran it.
And Renegades catch a break there. Ball was barely foul.
Yeah, that wasn't foul by much. Patton was trying to get over and get it.
Yeah, Patton was running as fast as he could. I mean, he was dead sprint.
Yeah, and he shifted over towards center field, so he had a long way to go for it.
He just barely overran the ball. Good thing it was a foul ball for the Renegades. Still 1-2 pitch.
This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat, but just a 1-2 count. 1-2 count, 1 out here, runner on first base. St. Joseph bats here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're tied at 0-0. Runner bluffs to go, but doesn't. That pitch is a ball, and it's going to be taken by the second baseman for the force out. Won't get the double play, but they got the lead runner out.
That was a great play by the second baseman. I'm shocked he even went to go throw towards two. Leaning towards his left, full extension, grabs it, and then just side swipes it to second base. It was a pretty close play at first base also. I barely missed the out.
Well, Burton doing a nice job of getting the spin and making the toss, and we're going to have a pitching change here. As he said, he had to run to his left to get it and throw back to the right, but he was confident in his ability that he was going to get the out, and he does. So we'll have a pitching change here. So we said, don't forget, we like to know where you're listening from here on the Show Me Sports Network, so be sure and like our Facebook page. Just search Show Me Sports Network on Facebook. Like our page. We try to pass along information to you. We try to do a graphic for the results from the game, also do the projected starting lineups as well. A few other things I know this morning. I shared the post about the donuts, which great news. The fundraiser sold out, so that's great news for the Renegades as they did a donut fundraiser, National Donut Day today. So we'll see who they got pitching. Can't read the number. So 37, Shane Fontenot will step in. He saw some action in the first game of the season.
He's a tall guy. Tall right-hander.
If I can find my right paper here. Let's try to get his specifics here. Can't find the paper I'm looking for here, but you're right, he is.
I think I got it right here.
Yeah, he's listed 6'4", 230 from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Plays at Arkansas Monticello. So he will come in here with this pitching change.
Looks like in his last outing, he went 0.2 innings pitched with 1 hit and 1 strikeout. So he was pretty good last time out.
He's a right-handed pitcher. Has 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning that he will be working with. But as we said, just find the Show Me Sports Network on Facebook. Type in Show Me Sports Network. You'll find our page there. Like our page. We said we were sharing about the donuts this morning, so good job for the Renegades organization for the sellout of those. It's a big fundraiser for them. Stepping in will be shortstop Cole Sobowski. He will step in. Right-handed hitter has 2 outs here, 1 runner on first. That first pitch in there for a strike. Fontenot bringing the heat here so far. His 0-1 delivery. Now on a bouncing ball, it's going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll throw over to first in time, and we will get out of the inning. We'll go to the 9th inning, still scoreless here from St. Joseph. We'll be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hey everybody, this is Toby Keith for RAD. For many of us, drunk driving is something that other people do. Certainly not someone I know. When you see someone who's had too much to drink about to get behind the wheel, ask him to give up the keys. Always choose a designated driver. Music lives, you should too.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Thousands of American troops have come home from Iraq and Afghanistan with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injuries.
I don't think anybody who goes into combat could ever honestly say that they're not different when they come home.
Don't brush us aside and don't count us out.
Help the USO support these troops and their families. Hear their stories at usoinvisiblewounds.org. The wounds are invisible. The stories are real.
Well, we go to the top of the ninth inning. Still scoreless. As this game has been quite a chess match, to say the least.
Well, we've seen the Renegades come back first game of the season, ninth inning. I don't see why they couldn't do the same here.
Yeah, they know how to score runs in the ninth inning. All they need is at least one. We'd like to see them maybe score like 10 or 15, but I'd settle for one right now. They'll send to the plate the 6-hole, 7 and 8. That's Denoyer, Keelholz to get a force out on one of the two mishaps on base running for the Mustangs. He'll step in, top of the ninth, no score. Denoyer takes the first pitch, hits a high fly ball. It's going to be into shallow right field, and it's going to be caught by Books for out number one. So now we'll have shortstop Joseph Keelholz. He will step in. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Hit into a 1-3 putout. Had a single and struck out last time he was up. First pitch to him. He's going to hit it over to the first baseman. He'll get it, take it himself for out number 2.
Well, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Not at all what you like to see from the Renegades.
So Ali Claro will step in. Sorry, Al Claro, the catcher. He was hit by a pitch, has had a strikeout, and had a single. Last time he had that single last time he was up. 2 outs here. That was also when he had a single was 2 outs. First pitch in there for a strike. So he will step back in, down to the count 0 for 1. 2 outs. That one gets the outside corner for 0-2. So he's down in the count. He'll step back in. Shakes the bat. And he's going to hit a bouncing ball straight up the middle and diving play, but it's going to be off the glove of the shortstop. And Claro will have another single. Give an error on that. Wish you could. Might be deserved. But shortstop trying to dive for it. That's Slabowski.
I'd definitely call that a base hit.
So stepping in will be second baseman Ben Burton. He, again, is a player that knows how to get some RBIs in the ninth inning. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. He was looking to add to that ninth inning RBI total there. 2 outs here, 1 runner on. Still no score. We played almost a full game here. We're top of the ninth inning. Lots of zeros across the board. Burton shakes the bat. Now he's ready. He's going to hit a slicer into right field. And coming over and making the grab is the right fielder. And that will end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the ninth, still scoreless. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. You know that more than 300 people are killed in America every week in collisions that are caused by drunk drivers? Just imagine. That's the equivalent of 2 plane crashes in 1 week, every week. So be responsible. Won't you choose a designated driver? Because, friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
I'm Eric Kibble, 10-year veteran of the NFL.
I'm Captain Mark McNeil, 16-year veteran of the Army National Guard. Whether on the playing field or the battlefield, you must be both physically and mentally fit.
If you're injured, you owe it to yourself and your teammates to get back to peak performance. It doesn't matter if you've got a broken bone, depression, a traumatic brain injury, PTSD, or another psychological wound.
Getting help shows strength, not weakness.
To find out more, go to realwarriors.net or call 866-966-1020.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, as neither team has yet to crack the scoreboard. Still pitching in relief effort is Shane Fontenot. I say he was from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 6'4", 230-pound senior. Goes to Arkansas Monticello. He is in second inning of work here for him. Taking it just a minute here, trying to get everybody down back in as Clareau was at bat there, so he's got to get his gear back on. And get back out there, so he will do that. Leading off the inning will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Mustangs in Himmel, Beatty, and their player on second base from Japan in Tada. So catcher Himmel will step up to the plate. His last at bat, he had a double that he ripped down the third base line. He had a walk and a 5-3 put out as well. Not in the last inning, but throughout the game.
See if the Renegades can keep their magic going. They've had a lot of runners on base for the Mustangs.
First pitch from Fontenot. Goes past everybody. It's in the dirt. Goes to the backstop.
They've left a lot of Mustangs on base. They've not allowed any runs yet. We'll see if they can keep that magic going and try to make it into extra innings and score some runs.
That pitch misses just by a little bit for ball 2. I think your mom's down there trying to get the rally going. She's decided to stand up and watch.
Oh,
She moved up a little bit, too.
I can't even see her.
2-0 pitch going to be fouled off behind first base. That'll bring it to 2-1.
Well, if anyone can get a rally started, it would definitely be my mom.
I think she's either found a friend or made a friend, too. That's the great thing about bringing mothers to the ballpark. So it'll be a 2-1 count here for Himmel. Fontenot looks in, gets the sign from Clareau. That pitch is in there for strike.
That was like a frisbee.
Yeah, I think you could have stood out there between Fontenot and Clareau, and that pitch would have been around you. You'd stood directly in line with them.
A great slider.
That one outside. Force a full count.
We can't be doing that here. Can't be giving up leadoff hitters some bases. I can never say that right.
So full count now for Himmel. Next pitch on the way. Strike. Swing and a miss. That will put him down for the first out of the inning. Designated hitter Tyler Beatty steps in. I had Harper Beatty for some reason down. I don't think I called him Harper, but that's what I wrote down on my score sheet. So Beatty, the designated hitter, he'll step in. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 5-3 putouts. One out here in the bottom of the ninth. That pitch high. Hear the organ playing again. Like I said, we're not sure if they actually have a live organist, but they do have an organ here because I saw it earlier when we got to the ballpark. 1-0 pitch. That one in there for strike 1. They must know I'm talking about them because they're playing again.
Just for you. It's your birthday song.
Fortunately, they're playing it here for the wrong team at bat. So the 1-1 pitch with one out here, bottom of the ninth inning, still scoreless. That one gets to the outside corner for strike 2. Hear a few of the fans grumble, but it's been there all night.
Yeah, I think it's mostly probably because of the late call.
So Fontenot will look in again. He'll shake off a couple signs. Now he gets what he's looking for. He'll get set. There's a 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. That'll even the count at 2-2. We're just after 9:30 here. Blake Gazaway with you, joined by Grayson Smith. Here on the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. That pitch outside for ball 3. They must have heard me talking about them because they're really playing the organ now. I don't remember them playing this much before, but
no, must be really trying to start a rally for the Mustangs.
So full count, 1 out here, pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It might have been, they're going to say foul tip, but held on to. So out number 2.
2 full counts in a row and strikes him out. It's a good thing he's getting his hitters out, but you don't want to see these long at bats. You want to get through quickly, get your hitters back up, score some runs.
So second baseman Ryosuke Tada steps in. First pitch to him, upstairs, ball 1. He had a double last time he was at, had 2 strikeouts before that. The 1-0 pitch. That one's a ball, so it makes it 2-0.
I think it's really cool. He's wearing number 51. He's a Japanese player. Wonder if he really admired Ichiro while growing up.
It's possible.
Ichiro, one of the best hitters of all time, both in Japan and Major League Baseball.
We can say that's his reason for it. That pitch missed as well, so 3 balls, no strikes now.
Well, I also say that because who picks number 51 out of any number?
You're not wrong on that. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Dreaded 2-out walk here, bottom of the 9th inning.
Mustangs now have the winning run on first base.
So we'll go back to the top of the batting order. Left fielder Brady Holden. He walked last time he was up, had a single in the first inning, and had 2 outs, pop outs, center field and right field. He'll hit a comebacker to the mound. Fontenau will underhand it to first, and that'll get us out of the inning. And we will go 2 extra innings, as that's a 1-3 put out. So we'll take a break here and be back. This is our second extra inning game in 3 games. So we'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dean Castronovo. Hi, I'm Steve Algieri.
And I'm Jonathan Keene. And I'm Ross Valerie of Journey for recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. After we do a show and when we've been partying, we have a designated driver waiting for us in the bus. So when you decide to party, make sure you do too.
Designated driver or be a designated driver. Because drinking and driving just don't mix.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Thousands of American troops have come home from Iraq and Afghanistan with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injuries.
I don't think anybody who goes into combat could ever honestly say that they're not different when they come home.
Don't brush us aside and don't count us out.
Help the USO support these troops and their families. Donate today at giveuso.org. The wounds are invisible. The stories are real.
That needs extra innings in 3 games. Almost had a June bug incident there during the break. That June bug was after both of us.
Oh, it's still here.
But you know what? Must be a Royals fan. Ugh. Grayson and myself, both Cardinals fans. So
they are not doing so good right now.
I chose not to. I saw they weren't doing well, and I chose not to follow it anymore. So leading off the inning will be top of the order in Caden Dial, center fielder. First one, he takes that for a strike. So he'll be down in the count at 0-1 as we're in 10 here. That one's off the knee of the catcher, so we'll go to a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch shows bunt. 2-1 pitch. Nobody out here as we play top of the 10th. That one's upstairs for ball 3. Still on the mound is Jay Greco. Next offering from Greco. That one's in the dirt. Ball 4.
Renegades have that leadoff hitter on. Now they're looking to score some runs.
Well, we know they know how to score runs late in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right fielder Caden Hessel will step in. He struck out the first time at the plate, hit a single, popped out in a 6-3 putout, or was out with a 6-3 putout rather, and then singled on his 4th at bat, so he's 2 for 4. Like to make it 3 for 5. Has a runner on first, nobody out. Rico looks in. And pitch is forthcoming. Hessel shows bunt. Now he's going to call time as Greco took way too long in the mound to deliver that first pitch. Dial over at first base with the 5-pitch walk issued to him to lead off the inning. Throw over to first. He's back in time. Didn't have much of a lead there. He'll stand up, dust himself off. Take another short lead over there.
Very short lead. He's barely getting any.
First pitch on the way. That one's going to be outside for ball 1 to Heisel.
He wanted that pitch to be a strike. Kind of just stood there for a while. Now catcher's going to go out and talk to him.
The catcher's going to go out and have a chat. That is Himmel, Jackson Himmel. So he's going to try to calm down his pitcher. As we're in extra innings here at Phil Welch Stadium. We needed 10 innings on Wednesday night. See if we need 10 or more here. We know we're guaranteed at least 10 right now, but we'll see if we need more than 10. As the 1-0 pitch is on its way. Big swing and a miss there by Heisel. Hessel evens the count. Quick throw over to first base again.
And Bishop just throwing darts at first base right now.
Dial back, no problem. Shows bunt and takes it for a strike. Hessel will be down in the count at 1-2.
Taking his time getting back to the batter's box. Trying to keep his mind straight. So 1-2 pitches on the way.
Another throw over to first.
And that one was close, but he's called safe.
You're right, that was a lot closer. So still a 1-2 count. Now there'll be time called.
Rico getting a little frustrated on the mound. He wanted that call at first base, and now he's trying to work quickly as he throws to the hitter, Heisel. Heisel calls time, though. He's working a little too fast for his pace.
Heisel will step back in, has a runner on first. 1-2 count. Nobody out here as the top of the 10th inning rolls around. Next pitch on the way, runner goes, and a bouncing ball is going to hit to the shortstop. Only plays at first, and he will. So fielder's choice there. Had to hit and run on.
Yeah, great job by Dial making it there quickly. That could have been a disastrous double play for the Renegades if he wasn't running there. Now the runner's moved up 90 feet as their hot hitter, Carter Mize, is up to bat.
Mize, the DH for tonight's game. He will step in from the left-hand side of the plate. As a runner on second, one out here. No runs for either team. He's going to hit a bouncing ball. It's a little blooper, and he's going to get everybody caught, and they're all going to be safe in a wild pitch, and the run's going to come home and give The Renegades, the lead at 1-0. A wild throw, I should have said, as a shortstop just threw it into the dugout.
He should not have thrown that ball. That was too risky. Mize was going to beat that out either way. He just airmailed that and threw it near the first base dugout.
Mize beats out that infield single and gets an RBI to his name.
So now Renegades have that 1-0 lead. Finally score the first run of the ballgame for each side.
I agree with you, though. That was a poor choice for Slabowski to throw it. You knew everybody was going to be safe, and he airmails it into the dugout, and it scores the first run of the game. We played 10 innings to get there. Top of the 10th. And a comebacker straight up the mound through, and they're going to have another single as Anderson hits it straight up the middle. Diving, trying to get it, was a shortstop. And the Renegades will have runners on first and second with one out here after scoring their first run of the game, the only run of the game so far, and they're trying to add to their lead.
And Hamilton Anderson, one of the hottest hitters right now. That was probably the hardest hit ball I've seen hit today. Maybe out of these 3 games, it might have been the hardest hit ball. And shortstop tried diving for it, but, man, that was a blister up center field.
Yeah, he just rocketed that straight back up the center of the field. We're going to have a pitching change here. We'll check to see who's coming into the game for the Mustangs. So Jay Greco, his night is done. I can't even tell there's a number on the front of that jersey. So we'll see who's on the mound now. Maybe. We'll see. Catcher and new pitcher having quite a conversation out there. So they said number 55.
I heard Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner. We'll see. We'll check our roster because I don't have a 55. Tanner. Oh, he's listed 52, but Tanner Lakowski.
Looks like he throws a little bit sidearm. I saw one of those first night at Sedalia.
Also at Sedalia, we saw extra innings too as it went 10. And the Renegades were able to get the victory. See if they can hold on here. As we're in the top of the 10th inning, they've scored one run. They've got 11 hits. That one run and 11 hits, is that 6 for the Mustangs? One error. I think that's what it says on the scoreboard is 6.
Yeah, 6 hits, 11 hits for the Renegades.
Well, that's kind of interesting looking at that because there's definitely been more base running errors despite only having 6 hits. The Mustangs should have had at least 2, if not 3 runs, but they cost themselves because they made errors running the base path.
Yeah, Mustangs could have won by now. We could be headed home already if not for those base running blunders. But instead, it's 1-0 lead for the Renegades. They're looking to add some more insurance here. As they have Andrew Patton, who we know has the capability of sending one far and gone.
Well, he hit a 3-run homer last night.
He has a chance to do so again here.
Exactly. That'd be a good time as any. Give a little insurance to that 1-run lead. Patton steps in. He'll take that one as a ball upstairs. Back-to-back singles here for the Renegades. Throwing here. Gives them the lead. That one's in there for strike 1. So the count will leave it at 1-1. 2 runners on, 1 out here, top of the 10th inning. Next pitch on its way. That one swing and a miss. Throw over to first.
He was close there. If he had got that scoop. Possibly could have got Anderson out at first.
Yeah, Anderson was just a little far there, but he got back.
There's a 1-2 pitch on Patton. That's going to be a strike 3. Swing and a miss.
Well, he was swinging for the fences again. Just couldn't connect with the ball. Now third baseman Seth DeNoyer, he'll step in. Guess maybe we should say Mr. Taco steps in. I don't know. I'll ask him on the bus ride if that's a nickname we want to stick with or not.
Yeah, we'll see if they play that again now. Last two at-bats he's had, they've yelled, Taco, Taco, about every 3 seconds they'd yell that.
So he will step in here in the top of the 10th inning. His team leading at 1-0. 2 on, 2 outs. Fouls that one.
Big swing.
He had a big cut there. Just couldn't connect and line it out. He connected with it, but couldn't line it out. So he'll step in, down in the count at 0-1. 2 outs here. As we said, runner on first and second. That's Mize and Anderson. Both take a pretty healthy lead. They're not held on their ball in the dirt, but everybody's going to stay put. Good job of DeNoyer to tell them to hold because it didn't get very far. So Lukotsky stares back in. They're not holding the runners at first and second. They've got decent leads there. DeNoyer, he's going to foul that one straight back.
He is on these pitches. He's just getting right under them, fouling them back.
They'll be down at 1 and 2 rather on the count. 2 outs here.
If he gets a piece of this, he's sending it far the way he's swinging.
Yeah, if he can get it in play, it's liable to score 2 more insurance runs.
2 big gaps in the outfield he can send it to, and that can score one run, maybe 2.
So DeNoyer, next pitch. That was going to be in there for strike 3.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to swing.
And that will be the inning. But the Renegades were able to score 1 run in the inning and take the lead here in the 10th inning at 1-0. We'll pause and be back to listen to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Shelby Sports Network.
There's a criminal on the loose. It could be in your area.
In fact, it could be in your backyard.
It's the Asian longhorn beetle, a black and white insect, and it's a tree killer.
Thing is, in cold weather, it goes into hiding inside the trees.
So, we need your help.
Don't move firewood. It can spread the beetle.
Buy it locally. Burn it locally.
If you want to protect the trees, it's as simple as black and white. Don't move firewood.
Learn more at beetlebusters.info. A message from the USDA.
At the Y, it's about more than sports and working out.
It's about making my community better.
Living a healthier life.
Spending time together as a family.
It's where I go to learn and play after school.
The Y strengthens communities
by helping kids reach their full potential,
encouraging healthy living,
and inspiring social responsibility.
Get involved. Find the Y near you. Visit ymca.net.
Close out the game here and go to 3-0 on the season as they brought in their closer in Austin Brewer. So he is here to get 3 outs and send everybody home. And like I said, once we get that third out, we're going to have a quick wrap-up and not much of a post-game show because it's a long ride to St. Joseph. It's an even longer walk, and I want to make sure that I don't have to hoof it back. So that last inning, we know that these Renegades can score runs late in the ball game, and they've been able to. And that's a perfect example there of them doing it as well.
You see Brewer coming in to pitch again. He pitched in the first game, and he got the save. Hopefully, it can be a quick 3 outs so the Renegades can go home with a winning 3-0 record.
Yeah, he had 2 strikeouts in that save.
But, man, is it a great thing to see Renegades coming back again, late innings. I mean, as much as you'd love to see them score early like we did yesterday, it's still great to see them just keep their momentum going. And
in the 10th inning, they will lead it off with their 2, 3, and 4 hitters, and Paul at third base, Gromberger at center field, and O'Malley at first base. Everybody finally saying they are ready. We're ready for the bottom of the 10th inning.
Brewer getting ready to throw his first pitch. He sets up. That first pitch just down low for a ball. Like I said earlier, Brewer got the save in the first game against the Bombers in Sedalia. They're able to win 8-7 in 10 innings. He throws his 1-0 pitch. That one's down for a ball also. So that'll be 2-0 on the right-handed hitter. Renegades have a doubleheader tomorrow against the Clarinda A's. So they hope to go 3-0 as they play them. It's a chopper to third base, and that's going to get into the shortstop's glove, but he's in deep left center field. And a hitter stumbles running to first base. We'll see if he's okay. He's kind of... Nope, he's good. He's clapping.
I think he's going to be okay. Maybe a little more embarrassed on his pride than anything.
Yeah, he had a deep ground ball to shortstop. Went right over the head of the third baseman, Denoyer, but shortstop gloved it, but he was all the way in left field. He had no play on that. So now the Mustangs have their leadoff hitter on. They have the winning run up to bat right now. And this man is the one that robbed Renegades of probably a run or two back around, I'd say the 5th or 6th inning. So he's going to take the first pitch. That's going to be down in the dirt. Claro blocks it. Keeps it in front. Runner's going to stay put at first. Brewer wearing number 45. It's a great fastball. Looking away to punch away these hitters with that pitch. Runner has a short little lead on first base. Anderson holding him close to the bag. Brewer throws his second pitch. And that's down and low. So that's another 2-0 count. We've seen the struggle with Renegades. So they get runners on because they can't throw strikes.
Yeah, they just need a chance to get in and settle down a little bit.
As Brewer gets settled in. It's 2-0 pitch. And that one's down low also. So that's going to be a 3-0 count.
It really looked like there with that, at least that pitch, it looked like his release was late. Like he's not getting a clean release on it.
Yeah. So 3-0 pitch. And that one's called a strike. Hitter was getting ready to walk to first base, but...
Yeah, Grayberger didn't agree with that.
Brewer's 3-1 pitch. On the way. Big cut. Gonna swing right past it. You get a groan from the crowd.
He's battling back, though. Brewer's hanging in there after giving up the first 5 pitches he threw. 5 of the 6 were balls, and one of those being lined out for a single.
So full count for his pitch. That's going to be down low for a walk. So he walks the first 2, or excuse me, he allows the first 2 to get on base as the infield's going to come in, settle him down.
We're going to have a quick conversation on the mound here, and I'll tell our listeners we appreciate them listening tonight as we're nearing 10 o'clock here. Almost 10 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gasaway here with you, joined by Grayson Smith. And I want to tell everybody, too, that, Grayson, you've been doing a fantastic job. I know this is just your 3rd game being on the air, but you're doing a great job, and I see big things in your future. So
I appreciate it. It's been very fun. I've had a great time calling these games, and, yeah, I definitely love to see this in my future. This is quite the opportunity.
And like I told you when we talked early on about the opportunity, calling games, it's just something that you just have to do, and you get better as you do it, and it's just all about repetition. It's very much like what the players go through, and that no matter how much you practice and what you do, nothing is like the real deal. So you can practice and practice, but until you actually get out and start doing games, it's just not quite the same. So,
yeah, totally understand that.
So Sean O'Malley, the first baseman, will be at bat now.
So there's runners on first and second, winning run on first base. Renegades still lead 1-0. They've out-hit the Mustangs 11-7. They have no errors on the game. Mustangs have 1. Brewer's first pitch to O'Malley. That one's going to be a ball. Oh, no, excuse me. That's strike 1.
He tried to check his swing, but just couldn't hold back. Looked like a little off-speed delivery there.
Brewer finally throws a first pitch strike. Looking to settle down his nerves. Claro gets ready for Second pitch for Brewer. Hitter showing bunt. It's called a strike anyway. He doesn't swing.
He didn't even make an attempt to even try to hit that ball.
That ball was right down the middle. He just pulled it right back. Brewer now has an 0-2 pitch on.
Oh, they had a chance to
back to second.
Had a chance to get the runner.
Runner was way too far from second.
Yeah, again, that's just a mental mistake on the base running for the Mustangs.
Yeah, something Mustangs need to work on. They've cost some runs because they haven't been able to run. He's still dancing around second base. Shortstop trying to fake him. Brewer's pitch is outside for ball one. So now it's a 1-2 pitch, or 1-2 count. Mai's playing real close to first base. I think this left-handed hitter might pull a ball. First 1-2 pitch. Outside, strike three. Backwards K to get him. That's out number one.
Well, he froze him there. And he knew, O'Malley knew when he turned around that he should have been swinging at that.
Yeah.
Right fielder Ike Book will step in now.
Ike Book. I've only heard of one other baseball player with the name Ike. He was on the Mets. Brewer has one out in the inning. Runner on second is still dancing a little bit. Turns and looks, he's going to step back. But he doesn't have any fielders covering the base, so he can't throw.
Yeah, the fans wanted a balk call there. We've seen plenty so far.
Yeah, we've seen a lot
this season.
We've seen, I think, 3 so far in the first 2 games. First pitch called for strike one. Now that's what you'd like to see now. First 2 hitters, Brewer was not throwing first pitch strikes. I think he had 2-0 count on both of them.
He
but
did.
now he's finally throwing some strikes.
Brewer's kind of settled down here a little bit.
Runner's going to third base. Claros throw to third. And it's not going to be in time. It's going to bounce off the chest of Denoyer. So tying run for Mustangs is on third base, 90 feet away. Renegades still have a chance for a double play ball as runner didn't move from first. He stayed put. Claros throws just a bit short as he one-hopped to the De Niro. Brewer's throw. Runner was going, and there's a high fly ball into left field.
I have a play at the plate.
And he's under it. Runner's coming home. Play at the plate. And he's going to be safe, and it's a tie game for the Mustangs. A stolen base leads to a sac fly, and now the Mustangs have tied it in the bottom of the 10th. Well, as soon as Brewer was getting settled in, stolen base goes by, and looked like Patton didn't have a great read on the ball. He kind of got away from the baseball. Oh, we're trying to get him. They must not think he tagged up on the ball. Brewer's throwing to third base.
That was worth trying.
Yeah, umpire just kind of waved his hands like, I don't know.
Shortstop Cole Slabowski will check in.
So winning run for the Mustangs is at first base. Brewer's going to step off and try to throw to third again. Home plate umpire is calling him safe. Not sure what the Renegades saw. I think he clearly tagged up from third, but might as well give it a try. So there's 2 outs in the inning. Runner on first. Brewer's first pitch is a ball. Claro couldn't get it out of the glove. Runner's going to make it to second base. So that's the second stolen base of the inning. So now a winning run is in scoring position. Mustangs have not been good with runners in scoring position. So they only have a sac fly. Now he's dancing at second base. Brewer's second pitch. Ooh, that pitch looked good, but it's called a ball. Not certain where that pitch was, but makes it a 2-0 count. Brewer just looking to get one more out. get that runner from second to stay there. His next pitch is taken low. That's going to make it a 3-0 count. Well, as soon as I said he was up, they're going to intentionally walk him.
Yep, so that'll be a...
That's the second time they've done that. Intentionally walked him on was already a 3-0 count.
So catcher Jackson Himmel will step in.
Right-handed catcher, number 20. Be facing Brewer. The winning run is on second base. That pitch is low. Claro stops it and gets in front of him. So that's one ball. He's thrown four consecutive balls. He has walked a few so far. Himmel wiggling his bat, swinging it around. So he gets ready for the 1-0 pitch. And that one's low as well. So the Mustangs tied it as a hit and a walk, stolen base, sac fly, another stolen base, another walk, and now we have the catcher up, looking to bring home the winning run from second. He's going to take a nice slider for a strike. Home crowd is not happy about that. They are moaning and groaning.
They're very displeased with that call.
I thought that was a great pitch, but I got the noise effects going on as well. I don't think they agreed either.
I told you they're on cue.
Yeah. Brewer has 2-1 pitch on the catcher, Himmel. Or Hennel. Himmel. So he's going to take strike two.
The crowd doesn't agree with that one either.
No, they're not happy right now. I think they want to go home. They want to go home as much as the players do. So now it's twos across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brewer looking to keep runners left stranded. Himmel looking to send them home. Runner's going to third, and he's going to swing and miss. So Brewer gives up 1 run on a sac fly. Mustangs tie it up 1-1 as we go into the top of the 11th inning. You are listening to exclusive coverage of the Jefferson Renegades on Show Me Sports Network.
You have a mission. It's no collision. Hold the phone. Don't text. You're angling to be next. Brothers and sisters, you won't see it coming. You're off the road. Your life explodes. It's not worth it. Don't do it. You only think there's nothing to it. Put it down. Hang up. Pay attention to highway action. Behind the wheel, there is no such thing as a small distraction. Join the conversation at decidetodrive.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Hi, this is Glenn Close. Have you ever cut off ties with a friend because she had cancer? Or were frightened by a person with diabetes because you assumed he was violent? Welcome to the world of mental illness.
For the 1 in 4 Americans with a mental illness, the stigma and discrimination they face can be as painful as the disease itself.
Change your mind about mental illness and you can change a life at bringchangetomind.org.
Well, we welcome you back. Mustangs have tied it up, and they've made it a 1-1 ball game. Tanner Lukowski is still on the mound for the Mustangs. And he's trying to make it a tied game still, so his team can try and walk it off. Renegades not looking to go home unhappy. I'm sure myself and Blake, we don't want to go on a 3-hour car ride after a loss. That does not sound fun.
That'll be much shorter, for sure, if they win. Kind of unfortunate this goes to extra innings with the doubleheader tomorrow.
Looks like it will be The shortstop,
Joseph Keelholes.
Sorry, everyone. I'm still learning names as well. As he takes that first pitch, he's going to swing and foul it off to the backstop. I'm still learning names, too. I can name you all the Cardinals players, but I'm just as happy to learn the Mink League players as well. And this team's been playing great so far. They just have not been scoring runs like they have the past 2 games. This was only a 1-1 ball game. Second pitch is bounced. That's really high away from the catcher, back to the backstop. 2 days ago in Sedalia, they were playing on an AstroTurf. And man, we saw some funky bounces. One bounce landed on the top of the roof. As third pitch is taken for a ball, and it's going to make a 2-1 count on the shortstop, Keelhoff.
Yeah, the field there, Day Field, is in Sedalia, is turf everywhere.
2-1 pitch, and that's a slider for a ball. That's going to make a 3-1 count. As we talked about past 3 games, I probably getting annoyed with me talking about it, but leadoff hitters on base lead to great things for the Renegades. They haven't tonight, but they have the past 2 games. So we'd love to see a 2-1 ball game would be great, but we'd love to see some insurance from that. As 3-1 pitch is taken outside, away from the catcher. Could have bounced all the way up. Wow. So he's going to take a 5-pitch walk. And not sure what happened there. They were about to issue him to second base, but then told him to go back.
I think they called it a dead ball because it went up on the top of the net.
You hear a lot of fans laughing about it. I don't think they're as confused as we are.
Al Claro will step in now.
The catcher for the night. Wearing number 4. Just like one of my favorite players, Yadier Molina. His first pitch is taken for a strike. So the Renegades have still out-hit the Mustangs 11-7. They've only been able to score 1 run. Now, oh, poor Claro, as the ball is behind him and it hits right off the top of his bat. So that's going to count as a foul ball. That would have advanced the runner to second base. Man, that has happened to me before when I played baseball. That is the most unlucky thing that can happen.
He's trying to bail out of there.
Yeah, just kind of crouched on his knees after that. He knew he shouldn't have done that. Next pitch is called a ball, so that's a 1-2 count on Claro. 1-2 pitch. He's going to swing and let the. Oh. I think it hit off the net. I honestly thought it was going to go hit a car. That thing was crushed to the foul side, but they'll still leave it a 1-2 count for Claro. They take the ball off the field, bounce right back into fair territory, but second baseman scoops it up and throws it away. Has 1-2 pitch on the catcher. He's going to swing and he's going to ground it to second base. He bobbles it. It gets away from him, and he's going to be safe. So Claro gets on with an error from the second baseman, and now there's runners on first and second with no outs.
Next up be second baseman Ben Burton. He said good things happen when you get the leadoff runner on board.
Burton, who was a clutch hitter 2 days ago for the Renegades, has a chance to be even more clutch now. But he has been quiet tonight.
Have to turn over and start a new score sheet here going to 11 innings.
Kowski sidearm, throws his first pitch, and Burton's going to bunt it. First baseman can't get it. Burton's going to go back to first.
They call him out?
He looks safe. Did he call him out?
I thought he called him out, but I was going to say
he's safe.
There was
Burton
no
bunts
way.
on, and he's going to be safe at first. And now bases are loaded. for the top of the order. We got some angry fans right now. First pitch. It's down low for a ball.
Center fielder Caden Dial.
I couldn't remember who the number 1 hitter was. Dial. Kowski's pitch is outside, ball 2. Now, wouldn't this be something?
Just thinking the same thing.
They score first run on a throwing error from the shortstop. Imagine they score their second run on a bases-loaded walk. His third pitch, he's going to hit a liner up to center field. He's going to score a run. He could be 2.
He just about took the umpire out there.
Clara's going to make it into third base. But Dial gives the Renegades the lead again. It's 2-1 in the top of the 11th. I couldn't tell if the shortstop was going to catch that ball. That's why I stuttered.
Yeah, he was kind of screened off by the umpire there as well as the Renegades player. So we'll bring in right fielder Caden Hessel.
Hessel still has a chance to get some damage. There's still no outs, and bases are still loaded. I can't believe that ball from Dial made it in the outfield. Looked like he got on his hands, and he just still poked into center. His first pitch is grounded foul. So it'll be 0-1 on the right fielder.
Hessel trying to, you said, do some damage. No outs here.
Hessel was the Renegades' opening day starter. He went about 4 innings. And his 0-1 pitch is behind him. So this time he doesn't hit the bat, unlike happened with Claro. Well, fans don't seem too happy about this score as we got some already leaving. Renegades still looking to do more as there's 1-1 pitch is called strike 2. Maybe it's cooler weather that's getting the Renegades going. It's hot earlier on in the game.
The bus was hot.
Woo! And he fouls that pitch. That was so inside he fell down.
Yeah, gets up a little gimpy.
Hopefully he didn't twist something on his leg or foot. But he threw that pitch so inside he was looking to turn on and pull it down the left field line. Umpire's going to talk to the pitcher.
What do you think they're talking about right now?
Not sure.
I think they're just saying, hey, it's been a good game so far. Yeah, the sun went down. It got a little cooler. Where do we go get that free taco at?
Well, Taco Bell, of course. Heard that bell many times tonight, even at the most odd commercials. Also has a 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. He's bouncing up the middle. It's a base hit. Another run's going to come in to score. Runner from second's coming in. He's going to be safe. Helsel makes it down to second. Runner stays at third.
Yeah, the throw was offline there and scored 2 runs. And
Renegades now have a 4-1 ball game. Man, if I only remember what runners are on the bases, I'd make this call more exciting. But Helsel singles up the middle. He makes it down to second base. 2 runs scored, and now it's a 4-1 ball game.
Designated hitter Carter Mize will step in.
Carter Mize has been hot. Left-handed hitter for the Renegades. He's a designated hitter tonight. He's going to take the first pitch. It's going to be high, ball 1. Low throw from the catcher. Pitcher can't catch that one. The second pitch is grounded down to first base. He's going to make a sliding grab, and he's going to take it to the bag. Run is going to come and score. And then Helsel was thinking about going home. I don't know why, but He stays at third.
He's trying to catch him late, being lazy there, but Mize will get an RBI. That's just out number one.
Renegades have now made it a 5-1 ball game. They have Hamilton Anderson coming up, another one of their hot hitters. His first pitch gets away from the catcher, but Helzel's going to stay at third.
Anderson has had 5 plate appearances tonight, hitting 3 of 5 with, 4 plate appearances, has a double and a single.
Lukowski's second pitch, Lukowski, second pitch is outside. It's going to be a 2-0 count.
Lukowski's just a little rattled right now.
Yeah, I apologize if I say these last names wrong. 2-0 pitch, another ground ball to first base. He's going to check the runner at third. It's almost like a little moonwalk to first base. And that'll be the second out of the inning as Anderson grounds out to first.
Left fielder Andrew Patton will step in now.
Patton points to the sky. He's getting ready to hit. Like we said, I think every single time he's come up, this guy has power. His first pitch, he's going to hit it right over the second base head, and they're going to get a 6-1 lead. Another single for the Renegades.
Or was this about 10 innings ago?
Yeah, they have just shook up Lukowski. Now they have a 6-1 ball game on 14 hits. I think they've only had 1 extra base hit the entire game. Helzel made it down to second base, but that's probably called a single based on how the throw was to home plate.
Seth DeNoyer, the third baseman, he'll step in. Or I guess Taco, as he might be nicknamed.
Yeah, Seth Taco, or Mr. Taco. First pitch from Lukowski. Foul ball right off the third base coach's hands. That might sting. Let's see if we can taco about him scoring another run for the Renegades.
Let's see what you did there.
Yeah, how was that pun?
That was pretty good. We still got to figure out where the Taco Bell is here in town.
I don't know. I think I have Google on my phone. 0-1 pitch, outside for ball 1.
More fans get up to leave. They're calling it a night.
They are not happy about this score. They've been moaning and groaning about some of the calls, but Lukowski's pitch, diving catch by the third baseman. What a play. That was a hard hit ball. That would have been a base hit. That wouldn't have scored another run, but third base makes a stellar diving grab to his left side. So the Renegades score 5 runs in the top of the 11th as they lead 6-1. You're listening to exclusive coverage of the Jeff City Renegades on the Show Me Sports Network.
When I was young, I dreamed of being a cattle rancher.
I wanted to be a professional basketball player.
Children have many hopes and dreams.
But there is one thing that all children grow up to be: citizens.
Hello, I'm Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
And I'm Congressman Lee Hamilton.
Young people are the future of our democracy.
But they won't just wake up one day and know how to run this country.
Each generation of citizens must be prepared to do its part.
Visit iCivics.org and CenterOnCongress.org.
We are war veterans.
And firefighters.
Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters.
And kids that play.
Each of us has experienced unimaginable pain, had countless surgeries and skin grafts.
And emerged stronger.
We are burn survivors.
If you're one of us, please know you're not alone.
There's an army of friends waiting to help you recover, renew, and return. Please support the Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors and help someone rise again. Visit phoenix-society.org for more information.
Well, the Renegades scored 5 runs in the top of the 11th inning against the Mustangs. And first hitter is going to get plunked in the ribs.
That's designated hitter Tyler Beatty.
I think it's still Austin Brewer on the mound. Number 45. So, the complete opposite of what you want to see. You don't want the leadoff hitter being on.
Second baseman Ryosku. They're going to have a pitching change here now. Tada will step in.
Yeah, pitching coach goes to talk Brewer. Going to let him go back to dugout to get a new pitcher coming in. His first pitch from Brewer just plucked the first hitter he saw.
Can't see who that is.
Left-handed pitcher. Another southpaw.
That was the benefit of our seats last night is we were right there where the umpire could tell us any changes.
Almost looks like Osborne from yesterday. Number 17. So we got a southpaw on the mound. Looking to close this game. Give the Renegades 6-1 win. Or at least give them a win. So they're looking to go 3-0. Go back to Jeff City with a perfect record.
Most importantly, they would have sole possession, and I know it's early, but sole possession of first place in the Mink League South Division.
Well, every game counts, so it's never too early to say that.
Reminds me, let me see the other games. If I can get the point streak app to work, let me see the other games here in the Mink League. There are other games tonight.
Renegades play the Clarinda A's tomorrow in a doubleheader. First game starts at 5. Our pregame show is going to start at 4:40. And then we'll see. We might just run it from, depending on how long it takes between the games, might just run it from first game to the second game. The second game starts at 7:30, and we'll be playing in Jeff City. This will be the Renegades versus the Clarinda A's from Clarinda, Iowa. First pitch from the southpaw. It's going to be outside for ball 1. Von Felt throws ball 1. As his 1-0 pitch is coming in, this big swing and a miss. So I'll make it a 1-1 count.
So taking a look at the other games, the Bombers blanked the Griffins 10-0. I wonder if that wasn't run rule. The Outlaws beat the Prospects 3-2.
Von Felt's pitch is high. Ball 2, make it a 2-1 count.
A's hosting the Mudcats. No score posted on there. I guess they're having problems with their point streak system.
Von Felt's 2-1 pitch is on the way. And somehow that pitch is outside. I really don't know how. It looked like it just painted the corner, but umpire calls it a ball. So now it's a 3-1 count. Claro sets up. He throws, and that's going to be ball 4. Well, the Renegades are making this interesting as they scored 5 runs in the top of the inning. Now they have the first 2 hitters on.
An update from the Mink League, as I said, the Bombers beat the Griffins 10-0. That was in 8 because of the 10-run rule.
So 2 runners on for Von Felt and the Renegades.
The left fielder, Brady Holden.
His first pitch is strike. I say 2 runners on for the Mustangs. Von Felt and the Renegades looking to strain those runners. Renegades are winning on 14 hits opposed to the Mustangs' 7 hits. Mustangs have 3 errors. Renegades have none. They're taking a big step defensively first 3 games. First game they had 3 errors. That kind of cost them a little bit. I think yesterday they only had 1 or 2. As check swing. He did go. And some more moans and groans from the home crowd. So that's an 0-2 pitch. Von Felt throws high. Right by his head.
Sending some chin music there.
For good reason. So the 6-1 ball game. Bonfell looking to take down the Mustangs. This is 1-2 pitch. Skips down behind the catcher, and runner's going to move up 90 feet. So that eliminates a double play ball. And the Mustangs play some circus music on that play. And that's something you don't want to hear as a Renegades fan. But Renegades have 2-2 count for number 2. Bonfeld pitches. Another pitch in the dirt. Great stop by catcher Claro. That probably would have allowed another run if it got by. So now there's a full count. Bonfeld just needs 1 strike to get 1 out. Double play ball is already eliminated from this. He throws. And that's outside ball 4. So like I said, Mustangs are making this game interesting. It's been a great game. They're scoreless through 9. Each team scored a run in the 10th. Renegades scored 5 in the top of the 11th.
Third baseman Michael Paul will step in.
Paul has the bases loaded for him with no outs. And this is exactly how the Renegades scored 5 of their runs. So, pitch from Bonfeld. Skips in by his feet. Carl stops it. As
Neuer's going to come over and have a word with his pitcher.
Just Neuer. Rest of the infield stays put. Keeps track of the runners.
They played the Taco Bell sounder again.
Mustangs and Taco Bell.
I think they're keying on that.
They must know how hungry I am. I have not ate in a fat minute.
We're nearing 10:30 here. This ball game 3.5 hours old.
Pitch is skied high and deep. Very high, a mile high to left field. Backs up on it. He's going to throw home plate. Run is going to score.
That's
so
why
run
you
scores.
like those insurance runs.
Yeah.
Next up will be center fielder Jake Grauberger.
Grauberger robbed the Renegades of a hit. Feels like a lifetime ago for this long game. There's 1 out. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs. Vonfeld's first pitch is called strike, right down the middle. It could be a fastball right down there. So sac fly makes the game a 6-2 ball game. That's how Mustangs scored both their runs. This next pitch is low for a ball. Mustangs had a sac fly in the 10th inning, giving them their first run, and then just now had a sac fly to give them deficit of 4 against the Renegades. Bonfeld's 1-1 pitch. Inside, strike 2. That was a great pitch. It's painting those quarters. Not like Da Vinci from earlier, but
he's still pretty close.
Yeah, he's a pretty good painter. There's 1-2 count. He's going to foul it off, rip it down the right field line. And that's in the parking lot or either the street. Can't see. It's a little dark from here now. And I think the Mustangs just played Scooby-Doo. Not quite sure. Bonfeld has a 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to third base. He's going to step on third. He's going to throw it to first. Ball game. Renegades win 6-2. Man, Denora's had a great night defensively. And he ends it with a double play. Tags third base, throws to first. What a great game from the Renegades.
Not your conventional double play, but hey, we'll
works.
Take it nonetheless.
It's exactly what Vaughn felt needed. Sure, his nerves are rattling. So the Renegades win 6-2. They out-hit their opponent, the Mustangs, 14-7. They played a wonderful 11-inning game.
Yeah, that was a great game. Win extra innings, but they got the victory. Puts them at the top of the South Division at a 3-0 record. So it'll be a shorter drive home than it was on the drive here. And we'll be back in action tomorrow. Well, we'll be on the air. The players will be back in action as the Clarinda A's will come to town. That'll be a double header starting at 5 o'clock. First game at 5 o'clock, second game at 7:30 or thereabouts following the first game. As we will have pregame about 4:40 on the air, and then we will have the coverage of that second game as well. So it should be a shorter drive back. We're all going to get some rest, and then we'll be right back at it for 2 games tomorrow. As any final thoughts before we get out of here? Like I said,
no, it's a slow game for the first 9 innings, but they played some great baseball in the last 2 innings. I mean, Renegades putting up 6 runs in the final 2, and Mustangs only putting up 2. But I think it was a great game all around. I'm so happy Renegades are now 3-0 as they head to Jeff City, back to their hometown to play the A's. And I'm expecting a really good game tomorrow. I hope they ride this momentum.
I agree. That should be a good series of games tomorrow. So there'll be plenty of room for you to come out to the ballpark and catch the game. If not, you can always listen to it here on the Show Me Sports Radio Network. Remember to like our Facebook page if you haven't done so already. Tell us where you're listening from, and hopefully that you're enjoying the broadcast. I know I've got on the bus ride home, I'll be looking at some of the messages we had as I've seen, just briefly looked real quick between innings, but saw a few of the parents and a few listeners were commenting where they were listening from and that they were enjoying the broadcast. And we do like that. We like to know where you're listening from and that you're hopefully enjoying the broadcast. And that just makes it that much sweeter for the ride home with the victory. So until we talk to you tomorrow, as we said, we're wrapping up quickly today so we can catch the bus home. Until we talk to you tomorrow with pregame starting at 4:40, first pitch at 5 o'clock for Grayson Smith. I'm Blake Gazaway. And until we talk to you tomorrow, so long and have a great evening.
You've been listening to the best game coverage in the Mink League on the exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades Baseball, the Show Me Sports Network, and the Renegades Radio Network. Blake Gazaway, Grayson Smith, and the broadcast crew are the guys that know your Renegades the best. Exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades Baseball has been brought to you by Centurion Communications, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Avon with Michelle Carty, Storm Pro Contractors, Mossy Oak Properties, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, River Oak Christian Academy, Kathy Rush Remax Realty, Eddie Gaydell Society, Joe Mawkins Ford, Riley Automotive, Southwest Dental, Canterbury Hill Winery, The Dugout Sports Car, Edward Jones, Central Bank, Farmers Insurance, Animal Medical Center, Downtown Chiropractic Clinic, Jefferson Bank, BE Renewed LLC, Poncheros, State Tech College of Missouri, MFA, and Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com and JeffCityRenegades.com. The Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network, your exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades Baseball.